By the time I woke up, it was 7:40, and I was like, "Fuck!" You know,
Oh.
like I missed out again. And I was like, "Whatever, I'll just
Oh,
look up
oh
the
my
YouTube
God.
video." Pretty sure everyone's posted it by now.
Right. That's funny.
And honestly, since obviously I didn't play Tekken, right?
Right.
But a lot of things didn't really surprise me because I kind of figured that's how it's gonna work, right? With like the whole how do you call it? The numpad like notations, right? Like you got the 8 directions,
Right.
you got the angle tilts.
Uh-huh.
What did throw me off was it was a dash. It was like the Shoryuken command dash, and I was like, huh.
Right. Yeah.
I,
Cause.
I I knew that like motion seemed familiar
Uh-huh.
because like I do that a lot too when I was like playing like Ryu or Terry. Like they have that same motion before you actually do the Shoryuken or the
Right.
power dunk.
Uh-huh.
You do that little dash. Except his is like different. You get that immunity.
Yeah,
So
I
I was
know
like,
there.
oh wow.
There's a lot of immunity being thrown around in his moves.
Yeah, that threw me off because I was like, okay, so I understood some parts being like disjointed. Like
Right.
yeah, like some characters have that. But then I saw he had like what was it like tough guy? He had that tough guy
Yeah,
effect.
yeah, on his forward smash. That goes for all of his smash attacks, but it's especially so for his forward smash. It's the strongest one.
Yeah, yeah, no, they said he had a yeah, that was a heavy armor, right? But then it said he had a like an actual like tough guy type of thing
Yeah,
where if you hit him with like a neutral attack or a tilt,
yeah.
he's just not gonna flinch. And I was like, what the hell? That threw me off guard the most. Um,
Well, it doesn't look like it's gonna be as strong as tough guy, just because.
no, no, I know it's not, but
Yeah,
that just threw me off, like seeing a FGC character with
right.
that type of thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't. Again, I think it'll help him out in the lower percentages. I think what really caught me off guard. There's a lot. This character has a lot of stuff. Again, the immunity is kind of insane. I think they gave it to him because they were saying that he was just not a good character at first, just because of how slow he is apparently. But he seems really strong. He seems like he's gonna be really really good. And not for the reasons most Smash players are gonna think he's going to be good. Because I'm sure there's tons of players that watch this present and went, "Oh my God, he's gonna be OP." I haven't seen any reactions from anybody else. I just got finished watching it. Um, and I'm sure the Smash community is going nuts right now because they're probably like, "Oh my God, he's so OP! Look at all these fucking moves!" Blah 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 blah. But like, let's be real. Like 90% of the Smash players are gonna play him, and then they're gonna realize he's too hard to play, and then they're gonna drop him like Ryu and like Terry, because Smash players don't play real fighting games. Well, Smash is a real fighting game. It's just it's not.
Uh
You know what I mean?
huh. Right.
They're not gonna. Well, cause like you don't see. Okay, like when I was still competing, you never saw like Terry's or Ken's play in tournament. But when you did see them play, they were really fucking good, and that's because they knew how to play the characters. Um, and I think it's the same thing with Kazuya. I think Kazuya is gonna be really really good in competitive play. Or but I don't think everybody's gonna be able to play him to his maximum output, because his inputs might be too difficult to put together, to combo. Because there's more. I think there's a little more going on here with Kazuya as far as stringing combos together than there is with like Ken and Ryu, and even I would say Terry as well. Because Terry is definitely harder to play than Ryu and Ken. But I think Kazuya might. He might. I think he's hiring the skill bar, as far as being able to play a character effectively. I think. Um, I don't know if you got that impression or not.
Um,
Because he has a lot of moves.
one thing that I probably see like the most challenging out of him is like something about that. Yeah, you have to be like very precise of how you angle the analog stick
Right.
with crouching. Otherwise, you could like get something you're not you
Yeah,
weren't intended for, right?
right. That's
Because I
yeah.
noticed he has like a standing or a crouching jab and a standing jab, and that's what kind of threw me off. Is like, how are you gonna like execute those moves without getting? Because the buffer system, there's
Yeah,
stupid
yeah.
buffer system. Like you could get like a smash attack in between those.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, I definitely think it'll be more difficult to implement these moves online. I think offline it'll be a lot easier with the
Oh,
right setup.
yeah.
With the right setup, like if you have a good monitor that's running Smash Ultimate, and you're playing offline, I think it'll be fine. But online will probably be terrible. It might be the worst thing that could ever happen for a Kazuya player, especially if the connection between people is not good. Like whenever we play, I have a LAN adapter connected to my Switch, so that helps out with our gameplay. But I playing it online in like in For Glory, like I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna
Dude,
go.
I miss For Glory. It was a lot better than what we have now.
Well, maybe the system was maybe. Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the GSP system.
Well,
Um,
I liked it better because before Glory, like you would never run into a match where all of a sudden there's items on.
oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I remember I was just grinding, all of a sudden I see a third guy loading in, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? What do you mean there's a third player ready?
Yeah, but it doesn't happen all the time. You should have seen it.
And
You should have seen it with the
I,
game when the game first came out, dude. When the game first came out, all that's all you got. Even though all you wanted to play was one on one, the only thing you would get would be like party modes. It's the only thing you would ever get. Like I'm telling you, man, you would like it
I
was
mean,
way
it's
worse.
been a while since I've done For Glory, but I'm pretty sure you were able to switch characters in between matches versus seeing
Um,
the same person.
I don't remember. I think it was the same
I'm
thing
pretty sure that
where you
was
just
a
played.
thing.
I don't think so. I can't, dude. I can't remember, man. Smash Four was just I. Looking back at Smash Four, I'm realizing that how much I didn't like that game. I think I had more fun playing Brawl than I had playing Smash 4. And I think the only reason I had fun playing Smash 4 at all was just because it was a new game and because they had more characters. But if
Honestly, I kind of hated Brawl. Project M though,
no,
that
I
one
don't
was
like Brawl. No, I don't like Brawl either. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean Brawl's a good game, but I think I'd rather play Brawl than play Smash 4. Actually, you know what? I might be saying that just because I'm not playing Brawl right now. But you're right. Project M was it's fucking sick. I miss
yeah.
play.
I only say that because like Brawl or PM didn't really have the characters I like.
Right.
Well, besides like one, right? But even then, playing one character was kind of lame.
Yeah,
Boring.
but PM had better mechanics. Like PM's like mechanics were just way more fun. And it was just more like fast. Like you could play Ganondorf and still be a bitch. You know what I mean? And you'd be like wave dashing across and just fuck people up with Ganondorf and just nobody would see it coming. Like remember when we'd play on turbo mode?
Holy shit, that was so
That shit
stupid.
was so funny, dude. Oh my god, that was so much fun.
Dude, you know how mad people were getting when I was like landing like five knees in one stream? Like
Dude, oh my
that
god,
was such a stupid mode,
it
but it
was
was pretty fun.
such a stupid mode, but it was so much fun. It was like it just you just do the dumbest shit and get away with like
Yeah,
you,
you just like turn your brain off, like button mash,
yeah,
and
button mash. Yeah, like you'd like up throw up air into a down tilt into a
yeah, no,
falcon punch for no reason.
like yeah, even confessing right now, that's basically what I did. I didn't have a game plan. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
like, oh no, I'm gonna do this into this. No, no, I
Yeah.
just
I will
YOLO'd
say,
it, you know?
I will say I think it improved with like learning how to like improvise when it comes to like it encouraged it encouraged you to kind of like figure things out as you went because like even though you were able to button mash, the fact of the matter is that if you were playing against somebody or if somebody was playing against you who wasn't as good as you, they're still gonna get dicked every time. Like it doesn't matter. They're still gonna get fucked every time. Like like most of the people that were in that club. But yeah, no, that's funny. But Yeah, no, I'm really excited for Kazuya. I will say though, I probably won't play him all that much just because it's not Jin. It's not Jin.
Yeah, I did like how the somewhat included Jin with his like color
Yeah,
variations.
I remember I was seeing the
That one
color
actually looked pretty
variations.
nice. I was
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah, I was looking at the color variations. I was like, "Oh shit." I was like that kind of looks like he kind of looks like Jin, well cuz Kazuya is Jin's father. So it makes sense that Kazuya kind of looks like Jin. But especially so with the color variations, I was like, "Oh shit, those actually kind of look like him." Um I was like, yeah, that's cool. I thought I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had hope. I had a little bit of hope that they were gonna introduce Jin as maybe as an Echo Fighter. But it
Yeah,
wouldn't.
no, I feel like that would have been in the reveal trailer at
Yeah.
first.
It wouldn't have. Yeah. It wouldn't have made sense though because Jin doesn't like using the Mishima fighting style. From what I remember, he's not a fan. He uses it sometimes in his. You can see it sometimes in his move set. Like he still has like the Dragon Rage, like combo. But he doesn't use it all that much. So it wouldn't have made sense.
Oh, right. Speaking of rage,
Mhm.
that comeback mechanic he has.
Yes. They introduced rage drives,
Yeah,
which was a
yeah.
new
Like
concept in Tekken 7.
one thing
Uh,
I did not see coming was him having a command grab, and that looks like it kills really, really early.
I don't know if that's a command grab because that's an input. I think that's just a regular
No,
grab.
no, I'm pretty sure Sakurai was like, yeah, no, you get a third grab, a command grab, basically.
Right, but it's you still have to use the grab button. So you would still use it like a regular grab,
But wasn't
right?
it just like a Shoryuken command, and then you hold down A?
No, it's grab. You press grab.
No, because like there was like three variations.
Oh no no no
Yeah, he
no
shot
no
off three
no! You're
variations.
right. You're right. There is a command grab, but it's basically just a third grab. It's not like Terry's. Oh well, no, not even like no. Terry doesn't have the command because you can
Yeah,
block
that's not a command
you can
grab,
block the Buster Wolf. Um,
sadly, but yeah.
but yeah, I think it'll be fine. I mean, only
I mean,
time will
at least
tell.
he doesn't like lunge forward and
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly. That's my biggest
thing.
thing. Like if he like dashed and
Incineroar
grabbed you,
again,
yeah, like Incineroar, yeah, that would be a problem because then he would have a.
because that looks like it killed really early.
Yeah,
So
that's another thing too. It looks like he has a lot of fucking kill power. Um, like it looks like he can pretty much kill early the same way Terry can. Only a little harder, I think. Because he's much
um,
slower than the other fighting game characters. But he looks like he has way more power. He looks like he's like the Ganondorf of fighting game characters. Essentially. Um, he looks strong, and which makes sense because that's basically how he is in his game.
you
He's
know,
and a
when they
little on
were
the
showing
slower
off the
side.
gameplay of him, honestly, I feel like he's gonna be kind of bad. It looked like characters could just fall out of his strings
Maybe. Well, that's what I'm saying is like they probably could, but I would imagine because
because there's no way his whole kit, there's no way his whole moveset's gonna be true combos. That would just make him too OP. It would just
mm,
get like a guaranteed
I don't
60 or
know. I
50%
mean,
off. Like
people.
I'm pretty sure at some percentage, obviously they will work. But when I was watching Sakurai play, I was just watching the CPs and they would just like fall out of his
Right.
strings.
I was literally thinking the exact same thing. Like he was like saying like, "Oh, you could combo this and that." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe if they were DIing, like they could probably get away from that." But like it's the same thing with like Terry, when he was like showing Terry off, like he wasn't he wasn't doing like, weak punch into the enemy landing and then into a perfect
He wasn't
Buster
doing
Wolf.
down tilt
Yeah,
forward
down
throw
tilt
and
forward,
into
yeah, into
Buster
Buster
Wolf.
Wolf. Yeah, he wasn't doing that. So it's the same thing. It's like Sakurai, like the whole time, he was like, yeah, Smash is a chaotic game. So it's hard. It'll be hard to implement these moves into a game like this sometimes. And I'm like, it's not a chaotic game for 1v1s. Like it's very controlled, very like it's chaotic in our brains because we're fighting each other, but But when you're 1v1ing and you're fighting the other person, you're much more calm, collected, and well, I guess depending on the fighter, and you'll be able to execute these things way better, way more efficiently. The thing is that he. I'm more excited for the potential of Kazuya as opposed to like the way he looks right now, because Sakurai, like I love Sakurai, and he obviously loves fighting games, but I don't understand why he doesn't treat his fight. I don't understand why he doesn't treat his community like a fighting game community. Like it does. Like it's so weird. Like I can't imagine like a young Sakurai going to an arcade and then playing King of Fighters, and then being like, you know what, this game should have items, and two other players at the same time. That would be fair and balanced. You know what I mean? But I think there's a lot of potential. That's why I think he'll be good, because he has options.
I feel like he's gonna be good into zoners, unlike the other characters, because
right.
That neutral B is like, well, I mean, the hitbox seemed very small, right?
Right.
But you could like angle it, you could like jump and do all that shenanigans.
All I'm saying is that we
And
shouldn't.
he could actually deal against the stupid zoners with that reflector move he has.
That too. Yeah, that's the one that really caught me off guard. I was like, they gave him a reflect. What? Because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that in Tekken, as far as I'm aware. Okay, to be fair, I played Tekken 1, 2, 5, and 7. Those are the Tekken games I played. I grew up playing Tekken 5, and I play a shit ton of Tekken 7. But I don't play Kazuya. I play Jin, I play Yoshimitsu, and then in Tekken 7 I play Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. I play those characters. So I don't know what Kazuya does, and I don't know if he has a reflect. I've never seen him with a reflect. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, but honestly, I think with how slow he is, I think it makes sense to give him a reflect, just something. But he already has the invincibility.
Yeah, he has like so much invincibility on him.
So I was like, like the dash. Like if somebody's throwing a projectile at you, I think it would be better just to dash at the enemy, and then close the gap while they're recovering from end lag from like if Samus is throwing a missile at you, I think it's better to just dash in and then execute an input, dodge the missile, so you can close the gap. I think that'd be much better.
Yeah, beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, that might be.
I feel trapped.
Yeah, I don't know why they give him a reflect. I mean, I guess I'm glad it's there, right? You know?
Yeah, I'm glad it's there, because, like, let's say you're across the stage, you can't really close that distance.
Right, exactly.
To punish the end lag on some moves.
Right. They just gave him a lot. Which honestly, I think he wouldn't be a Tekken character unless he had, like, 50,000 moves. Because I don't know if you've ever, like, stopped to look at the move list in Tekken 7. But no. Tekken 7 characters have a shit ton of moves. It's not even like they don't have like a shit ton of like special moves where it's like in Street Fighter, it's not like they have like a special Tatsu and like a Shoryu and a Hadouken. Like they have like a ton of small moves that link into each other. It's more like they have like tools as opposed to like actual moves. It's more like moves that you can use in certain situations, and you don't need to use all of them to be good at the game. Although you need to know all of them if you want to be good at the game, but you don't need them. And again, I don't play Kazuya, so I don't know about a lot of these moves. The only moves I know about, like when I saw him do his rage art, or sorry, the rage and dragon, or I forget the name of the fucking move. Dragon Rage. like it's like, oh, Jin has that. It's like Jin uses those moves sometimes. And that's the only reason I recognize some of the moves, is because it's like, oh, Jin also has these moves. But but yeah, Kazuya is a whole different thing. It's not like I can't just jump it. Like Ryu, like when Ryu and Ken got in the game, and Terry, it's like, oh yeah, like I've played these characters before. Like, I know their moves. Like, I know what inputs they are. So I can just jump in and play them. But funnily enough, Tekken is the game, probably the fighting game I've played the most, second to Marvel vs. Capcom. Is the fighting game I've played the most, and Kazuya will probably be the character I know how to play the least of all the FGC characters. I'm excited. I'm also kind of sad though, because this is the second to last fighter we're getting.
Yeah, dude. Like at the end of the presentation, I thought it was really funny how Sakurai just flipped off every fucking Dante fan out there.
I know, dude.
Hey, you guys wanted him? Here it is.
No, they didn't just deconfirm Dante. They deconfirmed Dante, Shantae, the guy from Skyrim, and Lloyd. Like, he just killed 4 characters in one go. He's like, all right, I just gotta get this out of the way. None of these characters are gonna be fighters. I'm sorry, guys. He's like, I'm just gonna kill four characters at the same time. What did you send me? What is this?
This sucks.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna call it right now. The last character is Master Chief.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Maybe. That could be possible. Dude, the thing is that we already got 3 Microsoft characters.
Yeah.
Not to say.
If it's another anime sword fighter, I'm honestly gonna be pissed.
Why? You got another FGC character.
Yeah, we got 4 out of what? The 27 sword fighters are in the fucking game.
Well, I think that's a pretty. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good number.
Oh, technically, it's only like 3 and 1 Echo Fighter.
Right. Well, I mean, like, okay, well, Ken has slightly different properties. I mean, his Shoryuken doesn't always land, as opposed to Ryu's always killing. But
Bro, that is so stupid.
But I mean, like, I'm pretty happy. I wanted a Tekken character so badly. Don't get me wrong, I didn't really want Kazuya. I wanted either maybe like Yoshimitsu or Jin, preferably Jin. But Jin is Kazuya's son, and that's close enough. You know, it could have been worse. We could have gotten like King or like Jack 5. Not to say that those characters are not good. They wouldn't have been good representations of Tekken. I think Yoshimitsu would have been a good choice, though. I think Yoshimitsu would have been a better choice, because that way you can get Soul Calibur representation and Tekken representation. I think that would have been the better way to go, personally. Because he's in both games. He's in Soul Calibur and he's in Tekken. But still, Kazuya was still the best choice as far as picking a Tekken rep, because Heihachi just kind of looks weird. Like, Heihachi's not really anybody's favorite. Like, I don't know about any other Tekken players who are like, yeah, Heihachi's my favorite character. Everyone's playing like Jin or Asuka or like other characters.
Akuma.
Yeah, Akuma. That's another thing, is Akuma is in Tekken 7, and he's part of the story mode. I think he was sent to kill Heihachi Mishima or something like that. And this isn't spoilers. This is like in the first fucking the beginning of the game. Like, I think he's like sent to kill Heihachi Mishima or something. That's hilarious. I would love Akuma. Like, if they had like an Akuma Echo, like a Ken, Ryu, and Akuma. It would be awesome, because those are the 3 like Shotos. Those are the 3 like the 3 like, when it comes to Shotos, that's the holy trinity of Shotos.
Dude, if Akuma was in Smash, I don't care how broken it'd be. I just want that Raging Demon as a command. Not a Final Smash, not a Final Smash. Just
As a command? No, like a comeback mechanic, like he gets like a
let
rage
it be a
drive.
command grab and everything. Give him the dash.
Ah!
Give him the speed of Terry's Buster.
Oh, it'd be so. That would be so OP. It would be so stupid. Cause like, have you seen that clip? Have you seen that clip of? I think it's called "The Moment Everybody in Tekken Hated Akuma."
Oh yeah, that comeback,
Yeah,
right?
like he just yeah, like he like zero to death that fucking I forget who he was playing against. I think he was playing I don't remember who he was playing against. It doesn't really matter. Um because he got one hit. He got one hit off of him and he just fucking zero to death him. And everyone and everyone's like, "Oh my god." However, he didn't kill him instantly. He didn't kill him. He had like 1 HP left, and the guy came back up and he parried his low attack, and then he killed him. So he he still earned that win. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
He still earned that win.
it, he still comboed into it. He's kind of like the
Yeah.
Luigi ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah. Luigi is fucking ridiculous.
All you need is one confirm. Is like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, well, like I remember when I'd go to tournaments, there was one guy. I don't remember. His name might have actually been Luigi, but to be fair, there was like I've encountered like 5 different Luigis at tournaments. Like literally 5 different people with the name Luigi,
Yeah, original.
as their tag. I know, right? But like there was one guy at a tournament who that's all he knew how to do, and he was like killing. He was just beating all these scrubs. Like, oh my god, it's bullshit. All he did was grab me and then do the same move over and over again. It was fucking stupid. And I was like, Jesus, like you guys don't know how to counter this. Like this is why you guys lost, because it only works at certain percent. And the thing was is that this guy always spaced you with fireballs. So you all you have to do is purposely get hit by the fireballs, and he would never be able to combo you. Like that's it. Like after that, it's GG because he only practiced the one combo. So if you purposely hit yourself with fireballs, it was impossible for him to one hit KO you. Like he would grab you and then do like maybe 2 attacks, and then you could smash DI or just regular DI out of it, and he would never be able to beat you. Like because he had terrible game knowledge. He had horrible like spacing. He didn't know how to. Well, he kind of knew how to play neutral, but he didn't know why he was playing neutral. You know, he's like, I'm gonna throw out fireballs, but I don't know why I'm doing it. um,
Yeah,
and you just and you just dick. He was just like any other regular like player. Like, you just needed to know how to play around that one move he had, which is what most Luigis have. Good Luigis will learn how to do other stuff on top of the one hit KO. But like it was just funny like seeing these people get mad over like this thing they didn't know how to counter. They'd be like, "Oh, it's fucking stupid," bleh. And it's like, okay, like you probably just don't know how to play around this. But I don't remember how I got to this point. Oh, Akuma, yeah.
yeah, cool.
But yeah, Akuma would be cool. Or Akuma. I always jump and forth between the two. It's Akuma. It's not Akuma. Akuma is something different. Akuma would be awesome. He would probably take a shit ton of damage, but probably do a shit ton of damage. Like his stamina would probably be terrible. Like his stamina intake would probably be terrible, but he would also probably just do a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, I feel like he would just be a light character.
I think that would suck. I think he'd have to weigh the same.
Because it wouldn't make sense for him to take like double damage. Smash.
Well, because in
Unless you're in stamina mode.
well in Street Fighter that's what it is. It's well because like in Street Fighter that's how it is. In Street Fighter he does a lot of damage, but he can't take a lot of it. He takes more damage. Like a regular jab would do more damage than a regular jab should. And I think that would be a better way to balance him, is that he accumulates damage faster than other characters, as opposed to being a lighter. Because, honestly, like, I'm kind of tired of, like, boss characters, like, being resorted to, oh, they do a lot of damage, so let's just make them lighter. let's make them weigh, like, the same as Kirby, just because they do damage. Like, I think it'd be better if they just accumulated more damage easier. So, like, I think it'd be better. I think it'd be better if they weighed like a normal amount, and then just took more damage. Like, so, like, if they get hit, they get punished. You know, more. That's just how I feel about it. But I think it would be. I think they would do that for Akuma. And I think Sakurai would realize that. He'd be like, yeah, let's stay true to Akuma, and you know, this is how it was in the games, because it's obvious that he loves his fighting games, specifically King of Fighters. He really fucking went all out on King of Fighters.
Yo, honestly, he spoiled Terry so
He
hard.
spoiled the shit out of Terry, but you know what? I don't really care because I love Terry. I personally, I wanted Nakaruru for KOF. I thought, I figured a KOF fighter was gonna get in, but I didn't. I probably should have known it was gonna be Terry, but I wanted Nakaruru and what is it? Geese would have been cool too. I was about to say Goose because I call him Goose. I call him Goose whenever I see him because he's in Tekken 7, um, which is weird. That's weird. Tekken 7 has Akuma, they have Geese, and they have and then obviously Tekken characters. So it's the only other game that has Street Fighter, KOF, and Tekken in a single game. Anyway, but that's cool. But it's besides the point. I thought it was gonna be one of or Terry. I thought it was gonna be one of the three, Terry, Nakaruru, or Geese. But I should have figured that he wasn't gonna get in because he's already in Tekken, and then Nakaruru probably wasn't gonna get in because her audience is not big enough, and Terry is probably just the more obvious choice. Just makes more sense. But yeah, they spoil the shit out of him, but I'm okay with it because I love the FGC characters. I still think Terry's a Shoto. I know there's a lot of controversy, like whether Terry's a Shoto. I think he's a Shoto.
It's not the same fighting style.
Okay, he has the moves that dictate what a Shoto is. He just doesn't look like one. And it's like he's got a fireball. He basically has a Tatsu, and he basically has a short
fireballs. Like
no, those are fireballs. Fuck you, they're fireballs.
Yeah, guys, just a fireball.
Fuck you, they're fireballs. They're just a little different. That's it. Fuck you, the thing is that like Shoto, like it just depends on like. Okay, Kazuya is not a Shoto. Let's get that out of the way. Kazuya is not a Shoto. I know there are a lot of there's a lot of Smash players going around saying that Kazuya is a Shoto. Let's get that. He is not a Shoto. He is like far from what a Shoto could be. I think Terry's a Shoto. I really think you can make an argument for Terry being a Shoto. Kazuya is not a Shoto at all. Like anybody who calls Kazuya a Shoto doesn't know what a Shoto is, or doesn't understand the basic concepts of what a Shoto could be. Because I remember when Kazuya got announced, people were like, "Oh, another Shoto!" Bleh. It's like, no. Like,
dude, I went off on Twitter on those people. Like, shut the fuck up! You guys have like 30 sword characters in the game.
Like, are you dumb? Yeah, and it's funny because usually the people who are like complaining about it are like the Fire Emblem character, like the Fire Emblem fans. They're like, "Oh, another Shoto! Blah, let's put another Fire Emblem character." Like, calm down, guys, calm down. Like I remember, I don't know if you, I remember when we were at the college. I remember talking to a couple of Fire Emblem like characters. I'm like, do you think we have enough Fire Emblem characters in Smash? And they're like, no, we need.
That one loser.
Yeah, like we. They're like, no, we should have more. I'm like, what? No, no,
his name.
no.
I know who you're talking about.
No, I think I know who you're talking about, but it's not him. Because it was him, and then he had his brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were both fine. I liked his brother a little more because he was way more chill, but they were both fine. No, I'm talking. There's another one that they had in the group, and I was like, how do you feel about that? He's like, no, we should have more Fire Emblem characters. I'm like, what? Really? He's like, yeah, like I really don't think we're getting enough representation. I'm like, you don't actually mean that, right? Like you're just saying
that comment aged well. You got like 2 more.
Yeah, like you're not actually fucking with me, right? Like you're like this is a joke, right? Like you're kidding. He's like, no, I actually think we should get more Fire Emblem characters. It's like, okay, yeah, like tell me how it makes sense how there are more Fire Emblem characters than there are Mario characters at this point. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But, okay, I guess. And then, what do you know? We got another... People were pissed when Violet got announced. People were so mad. Like, dude, that shit was so funny, because I was pissed, too. I was pissed too. Like I was like, what is this bullshit? Like I got Banjo already, but this is still bullshit.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like I remember I think even Sakurai was like, please don't be upset if this is not the character you wanted. Like he knew. Oh my god. But I mean, yeah, no, I'm glad, you know, and I think, my theory is I think that's why there's an extra fighter in this fighter pass. That's my theory. My theory is that there's an extra fighter in this fighter pass. There's an extra fighter in this fighter's pass because,
Oh, like a bonus?
yeah, I think.
Like fucking what was his name? Piranha Plant?
Yeah, well, no, because Kazuya was supposed to be the last fighter in this fighter pass. If you have the same amount as the last fighter pass, Kazuya should have been the last one. But in this fighter pass, we still have one more character to go. And my theory is that the reason we have this extra fighter is because Sakurai probably knew that we didn't want Byleth. Sakurai probably knew that nobody wanted Byleth. So, yeah, that's my theory. But I think anybody could be the last fighter. It even seems like the leaker community. It even seems like we don't know who they are, like who it could be. It seems like there's a lot of confusion because there's like Vergeben. Vergeben, he was the guy who leaked everything at the beginning of Smash Ultimate and leaked some other stuff like Minecraft being in Smash Brothers. He's been right about he's had a pretty good track record, and in my opinion is the most what's the word I'm looking for? The most he's the most trustworthy like leaker out there, and in this leak, even in this last leak for like I didn't see Kazuya coming. I wanted a Tekken character, but I didn't think we were gonna get one. And he was saying that like that the champions of in Breath of the Wild. In Breath of the Wild, there's like these four like heroes that they call the champions, and it's like they harness the wind, earth, water, and fire. I believe I could be wrong about that one, or like sand. I don't know. But they basically there's four of them, and they have they're a big part of the Breath of the Wild story mode. And there were a lot of leakers saying that it was possible, or a lot people in the leaking community were saying that it's very possible that the next fighter was going to be all four of these fighters, but you would be able to swap between all four of them.
That's right.
And no, instead we got Kazuya, and Burgerben was kind of saying, oh, like there's a couple of champions coming by. And everyone was like, "Oh, Burgerben's confirming that we're gonna get these four characters as a fighter," and that's not what happened. And I think he also said that like Master Chief would be announced at the same time. He didn't exactly say that. He didn't exactly say that Master Chief was going to be announced, but he was kind of like hinting at it, like, "Oh, like no." He made a tweet that said, "Cortana, tell me who the next Smash character will be." Which is a reference, you know, to Master Chief, and he got these things wrong. So even he doesn't know. I don't think he knows what's happening. I don't even think he knows what's going on. So honestly, this last character could be anybody, because the leaking community is like yeah, like it's anybody's guess, honestly. And even at this point, like we didn't think we were gonna get another Final Fantasy VII character. We had nobody saw Sephiroth coming. Like it just didn't seem like a thing that was gonna happen, and we got I need to sneeze. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, oh, another sword fighter.
Yeah.
Sokka's like, what? Not enough? Here's two more.
Here's two more. He's got a big ass sword. Let's go. So I think anybody can get in. I really think anybody can get in. I think any rules you have about certain characters, why certain characters can't get in, I'd say fuck, Goku could probably get it. Goku could probably be the last fighter, dude. For all I care, honestly, I really think. I think it's possible. I'm not even shitting you. Like, wouldn't it be a perfect time for Goku to be put in Smash? Probably the most request. Okay, he probably is the most requested character of all time. Like, to get into Smash Brothers. Wouldn't it be a perfect time to put in Goku as the last fighter? That would make the internet lose their shit. Probably wouldn't happen. But at this point, I can't rule anything out because Goku would literally be the most hype shit, and you know it.
Yeah, Corins would be broken too. But I still play him.
Yeah, he would be broken, huh?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I'm excited for whoever this last character is, and I think honestly, I think I would be okay with whoever it is. Because I can't complain. We have so many fucking characters in this fighting game. And I'm glad we got Banjo. I'm glad we got Sephiroth. I'm glad we got Kazuya. I'm glad we got Terry. Like, I'm glad we have Cloud. Like, and those are just 5 characters I listed, man. Like, those are like... I grew up playing Tekken 5, and I grew up playing Banjo-Kazooie. Those are, like, my 2 games, specifically. And my uncle had Final Fantasy Advent Children, the movie, and I remember just watching that movie over and over and over again when I was a kid. I never thought these 3 franchises would ever meet each other. Ever. Like, I never thought I would see Banjo fighting Sephiroth. That doesn't make sense. Like, what the fuck? Look at him fighting doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But that's what's so cool about Smash Brothers is that you can do that. So, regardless whoever the last character is, I think I'll be happy. I would like to see a League of Legends rep in Smash. I think.
Oh, hell yeah, give me Zed.
Give me Zed. Give me Zed, he says. I think Zed would be cool, but I think having a I think it'd be really difficult to pick a good character. Like,
no, it'd be Zed. Who else?
Garen, maybe.
Yeah, Garen.
Ari.
Fucking.
Oh
no.
Darius, Teemo, Akali. It'd basically be whoever makes League the most money right now, pretty much.
Oh, so an ego champ like
Lux. Yeah. Probably Lux. Or Vi. Vi would be perfect. Vi or Set would literally be a perfect pick. Just because they already are fighting characters. I think Vi specifically would be better because Vi's got the TV show coming out, Arcane. Vi's got that show coming out with Jinx. I think she would literally be the perfect character because I don't remember if. Oh yeah, okay. So Arcane, the TV show, is releasing in the fall. That's the one with Vi and Jinx. If they released Vi, it would come out at the perfect time because they would announce Vi and she would probably be announced like in the fall. It'd be the perfect opportunity to release Vi alongside the TV show. It'd be literally the perfect opportunity. And Vi's a fighting character. She would be implemented perfectly into Smash Brothers as a fighting game character as well. I think it'd be literally the perfect fit. If they were going to do a character, I think the most strategic move would be to add Vi. Like, or Jinx, because they showed that, and there is a small teaser that they showed recently that Jinx can fight. She knows CQC. So I think even Jinx could be a good, because I don't think we have any gunners as characters, right? Like any actual like people with guns.
Joker.
I don't think that really counts because like that's
Fox.
Who?
Falco. Fox.
Falco, lasers. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Joker literally has a gun.
Yeah, Joker just literally has a fucking pistol, an M911. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for the presentation, Sokka's like, for his neutral beat, yeah, he has a gun.
Yeah, for his neutral beat, it's a gun. Just fucking. But I mean, yeah, cause like Jinx has like, but that's like every character, like those are the characters that have like a gun, like a gun to use in their arsenal. I think Jinx would probably be like one of the first characters to have like multiple guns. You know what I mean? To use, she would have like her RPG. She could switch between her RPG and her Gatling gun, and then to her zapper. I think it'd be a really cool implementation of like using like all of her weapons. I think that would also be creative. Of course, I would love to get a Kali just because I'm an Akali one trick, and a Kali fangirl. But I think it would just be I think it would be much smarter if they went for Vi or Jinx, one of those two, because I think if the TV show blows up, they could be the next Marvel. I've been saying League of Legends could be the Marvel of video games because I love their card game. Their FPS is way too addicting. I can't play that. And League of Legends is like everybody's addiction. Like once you start playing League of Legends, you can't stop. And it's a problem. Like my roommate plays League of Legends just because he's bored and not because he wants to. Like he's like, I'm bored. I'll just play a game of League just because it's like he's comfortable playing that. But I think League of Legends deserves representation in Smash. Not that they need it, but at one point in time, for the longest time, it was the most played video game of all time. And now it's like Fortnite, I think. Fortnite or
Is
like
it?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up. But or maybe like some Chinese game that I'm not aware of. Let me check this up real quick.
What if it did and it took him a while to get dethroned?
Let me see. Oh shit. Give me a second. I'm not sure. I'm just getting a lot of dumb shit like Tetris and like like Tetris, Animal Jam, World of Tanks, Grand Theft Auto 5. Wait, this might actually be true. I don't know. This is weird. Hold up. Let me try this. Let me see. I guess. Okay, so it's telling me what the fuck? Wow. Okay, so apparently the first one right now, it's saying that PUBG is at 100 million plus. Minecraft is at 95 million. Apex Legends is at 50 million, and then Fortnite is at 45 million. I don't know how true that is though.
The fuck?
But then there's another article that's telling me that Destiny. No, that's not right.
Yeah.
For a while.
Just walking.
Let me see. Yeah, that's weird. It's
I
telling
ran
me
into Johnny,
PUBG,
by the way.
Minecraft, Apex Legends,
Said
and then
not to worry,
Fortnite.
He was getting out of town.
I don't know how true that is though.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know about the other games. I could kind of believe Minecraft only because the stupid speed runs everyone's starting to do now.
Yeah, but did you see that one was fake as fuck? There was like.
Oh, that Dream guy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, apparently his
Yeah.
speedrun was fake as fuck.
Yeah, he had like a fucking Harvard like professor to do all the math and everything. And it turned out like, oh no, that was a lie.
Yeah, apparently it was fake as fuck. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he was full of shit. Oh my god. Like, why not just be good at why not just be fucking good at the game? You know what I mean? Like, why not just
Yeah, or just confess like, oh shit, I didn't realize I had
right,
the files and
right.
be so
Yeah,
scared.
I
Said he
mean,
went on for like what, a year or so,
Yeah.
denying it. Then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, might be. I didn't know."
right. Like,
Like the audacity. Come on.
right.
glad to have you
He really he's making some weird excuses like EDP. He's like, listen here. I was on my way to get a cookie, and he's really making some dumbass excuses like EDP. Well, like that's funny because like I mean because like whenever I tell people like you know I'll tell people like, yeah, I used to play Smash Brothers like at a semi-pro level. And they're like, oh, like what do you mean? Like, oh wow, like you were like no, like semi means like I made money sometimes playing this game. Most of the times I could like the only time I ever made money playing Smash Brothers is that if the good players were not in town and I was just able to just fucking slaughter everybody at a local tournament that nobody had heard about or that people just didn't show up. Like I remember like I was talking about like when we were in the Discord call, remember I was like, yeah, I took Prodigy to game 2. Everyone's like, you did not take Prodigy to game 2. I'm like, yeah, I did. Like what's I then realized that we were talking about different prodigies. like there is a prodigy in our there is a guy named Prodigy in our town in Modesto, and he had an amazing Captain Falcon. Holy shit, it was awesome. He 3-stocked me in the second game, but god damn, his Captain Falcon is fucking awesome. And I took him to game 3, and it was only by luck because I was doing at the time the game was new and nobody knew about walking the dog. All right, I don't know if people still know about it, but I don't know if okay, I don't want to say that I invented walking the dog, but I definitely discovered it on my own. So I'm not sure because I definitely discovered it on my own. Maybe it was already a thing that existed, but I definitely discovered it on my own. And at the time, I hadn't seen anybody else do it. And the only reason I took him to game 3 was because he didn't know that move existed. And I literally just cheesed him like that. I took the first stock, and then I cheesed him the other two matches. And then he caught on, and he realized what I was doing, and then he 3-stocked me. It's the only reason I took him to game 3. But literally the only reason. But
yeah, that was like me doing the double knee back then.
Oh, so beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Nobody knew about it, dude. That caught on so early.
I know.
You know, honestly, even like the following years, I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do it.
You know, I don't think it's because anybody else could. I think at the time you're just way ahead of the time.
Oh no, that was guaranteed. Trust me, that was a true comment.
You're just way ahead of the time. You caught on to like I think you and Paco were the two people. Like Paco was the first one to master DI. Like Paco.
Dude, Paco was just carried by his character. Let's be real.
No. I gotta give him credit.
He DI'd so bad, but his fucking character was so bullshit when it came to weight. He would survive the dumbest shit. Like, he would literally, if I stand him, like, straight up, he would DI, like, forward and in. You know what I mean? Like, he'll DI it in. The worst fucking DI you should do.
Okay, well, I have to give him credit.
Live.
I don't care who you are. If you get hit, if you get hit,
he didn't know combos. He didn't know how to DI. He was just carried.
If you get hit by if you get hit by any move at 250 stamina, there's no way you're surviving that without good DI. Maybe at the time he was getting carried by his character, but I can't say the same thing for the last time I fought him. Last time I fought him in Smash Ultimate, he was still surviving like at 260, 270 stamina. That kid was...
Well, yeah, with the same character.
with the same character. But if you don't have good DI, somebody who doesn't have good DI will always die to that. I don't care who you are. If you're not DIing properly, you're just gonna be a Masahiro Sakurai bot. You're just gonna get hit by everything, and you're just gonna die by everything all the time. Like, his snake is still pretty decent. Last time, to be fair, last time I played him was like maybe 2.5 years ago. I don't know what the fuck he's up to now. I don't know what he's doing now. But you know, the fact of the matter is that he was still beating people. Like, he was still taking names and winning those fights. He was still better than most people in this small time frame when we were learning how to play the game. So I at least had like he was still winning. Like that's all that I think that's all that matters. Like if you're at a tournament and you're winning like who gives a shit? Like you're going home with the money. Like fuck it. At least that's how I feel about it. Cuz there was a lot of that like in tournaments where like I remember there was like a tournament in Modesto at a bowling alley. I don't remember the name of the bowling alley. But I remember like I went home with the money that day. And the dude was like, I think not the guy at semifinals, because the guy at semifinals was cool, and not the guy at finals, but the guy before semifinals. I remember I beat him, and he was just so like upset because he was like playing Pokemon Trainer or something. He's like, oh, like the reason you won is because your character's carrying you, and I have to learn how to play 3 different characters. It's like, okay, that may be true, but that's your choice, and I won, so. Who's the bitch now? You know what I mean? So I think as long I think like in a tournament setting, I don't think it matters personally. I think like you gotta pick what what the fuck is it called from Linden, California. I think I gotta put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I think all that matters is I really think all that matters is as long as you're winning in a tournament setting. It really doesn't matter, cause like it's like you know it's like you playing Zed in League of Legends. Like why would you pick like any other characters when Zed gives you the best results? Like it just doesn't make any sense. Other than the fact that you enjoy playing the character, you know, like but like why else would you play him? Like he gets you results, you know, he wins you games. You know, like if anybody complains like, oh, you're only winning because you're playing Zed. It's like fuck him, fuck him, dude. Like yeah, like he's playing Zed and he's winning games. Like, and what are you gonna do about it? Like fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
what are you gonna do about it? Buy armor?
Yeah, buy armor. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy armor, and then your ultimate will be useless after that. your ultimate, I'm gonna buy Zhonya's, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. Fuck it. But I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Because I remember when Joker got announced. I like screamed from the top of my lungs. I was like, "Oh my God, Joker!"
It's like fuck Banjo.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. Well, Banjo wasn't out yet. You know, like I was confident Banjo was gonna release eventually, but the problem with that is that you know. I just don't know. You don't like I didn't know. It's very possible I could have gone the rest of my life with Banjo not being an ultimate. But and unfortunately Banjo came out at around the time when I left California, and so I didn't get to train with him really. Otherwise I would have been a Banjo main. Yeah, no, like, I remember, like, thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't give a shit, like, if Joker's terrible or if he's really good. I'm just gonna main the shit out of this character, because I just, like, I think I had just finished Persona 5, and that game is, like a 150-hour game. So, like, I had just finished it, and I was like, so emotional after the game ended. I was just like, oh, no, it's over, ah! And I was excited, you know. So yeah, you know, and I main Joker. I played him, and he was really fun. And then you know, you had those salty people who were just like, oh, your character's carrying you, which you know, admittedly, could definitely have been true, but I was still winning. I don't give a shit. That's because you know, whatever, man. I was winning. At the end of the day, I was winning. Like. It's just like, why would you play Donkey Kong in an environment that's gonna get you fucked?
Yeah, why would you play DK when you can just pay
$5.99 to get a good character
to get carried?
Exactly. Like, well, cause like people will like purposely pick bad characters and be like, oh, like My character needs buffs, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, like, but you realize you're at a tournament, right, where the only outcome that matters is you winning, right? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I think it doesn't really, okay, like, okay, like, for example, watching Hungry Box play is really boring. I don't like watching Hungry Box play because he's like the Floyd Mayweather of Smash Brothers. You know, like he's bobbing and weaving, and he's like avoiding you all the time. He's hitting you when it matters. He's getting the points in, and then he's leaving, and then he wins the game by like decision, essentially. um, and like that, like he's doing what he needs to do to win, which is fine, but it's boring as shit. Whereas like if you pick a good character like Samus, Peach, Joker, Palutena, fuck that character. They're all exciting to watch. They're all really fun to watch, as opposed to like watching like Jigglypuff. You know, but he's winning. He's winning games. He's popping off and fainting afterwards. He must be doing something right. He must be really excited to really play Jigglypuff. But I don't know, man. I miss that environment for sure, though. Like the fighting game community, like just talk so much shit. They just talk so much shit, and it's so funny, dude. Because like you'll be like, yeah, GG. Like you'll try to like shake hands or like fist bump, and then they'll just wrap their controller and leave. And you're just like, you're salty. I see. Okay. And it's because like I've realized, I've come to learn that the people who want to win, like the people who are coming to play Smash Brothers because they want to be better than their friends or because they want to be acknowledged as a good player, those people are never the players that do good. Those players are always the ones who do bad. The players who always win and the players who always do better than other players are the players who have the most fun playing the game. It's the players who are just like, oh, I wonder what if I did this, or what if I like, or like the players who have fun from getting better. Like if you're going into a tournament and you have like this fantasy of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna win the game and I'm gonna be loved by everybody and like this, like if you're going into tournaments like with that kind of mindset, like you're gonna lose the game. You're gonna lose those games most of the time because you're fighting for something that's not tangible or like something you really shouldn't be shooting for. It's like if you're going in and you're having fun and you're playing what you want to play and you're enjoying learning how to like make these characters work the way you want them to, like that's when you get good. Like that's when you get as good as you do playing Terry and Jesse gets upset for getting 3-stocked by you apparently. Cuz it definitely kind of it. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for Jesse. I don't know what's going on with that kid. I don't know what's going on with him half the time. But it definitely seems like.
I mean, he doesn't play Smash. He plays
well,
ARAM.
right. He plays ARAM and he plays League.
Yeah, he's just a casual player.
Right, but like that's the thing is like, like, what he doesn't want to play with you because you're just gonna 3-stock him all the time. That's what it is?
No, it's because he'd rather play with his e-girls on here.
Wait, that's what it is? He just prefers to play with his e-girls? He's just making excuses?
Yeah, dude, who won it?
What?
What? Who won it?
I feel very uncomfortable being around e-girls personally online. And it's not that women make me uncomfortable. That was some good ass Tekken. It's just no. There's something weird. There's something weird about like. It almost feels like dishonest. I don't know. Don't you ever get the feeling that like girls online just are like using you?
Well, yeah.
Oh my god. That's why you do it? You want to be used? Like a whore? Just getting passed around like a whore? It's like, yeah, man, this is the way to go. Is that what it is?
Yeah, sometimes I consider it entertainment.
Oh my god. I mean,
no, I don't do that anymore.
I mean,
honestly.
you do you, man. I just, I don't know. There's just something weird. I just don't feel like I remember. I was definitely getting more attention when I was playing Valorant because I was actually getting good at Valorant. I got good really fast. Like I never played an FPS before. I don't like FPSs, but Valorant got me addicted, and I fell in love playing with that game. I had so much fun playing Viper, like when the game first released.
Wait,
And
did you know I actually played Valorant?
no, you wait. Did you play?
After over a year, I finally got convinced to play Valorant.
What? And you didn't play with me? You bitch! Oh
Well, I was already.
my god.
Well, the lobby was basically full, like already full, you know.
Did some
I didn't
girl
play
tell
as
you to
much as
play
you
it?
think. No, it was a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Min. And then
Right.
there was Tito.
Okay.
Yeah,
How'd it go?
You know, honestly, as expected, I didn't know how the game worked.
Right.
With all the abilities and shit.
Right.
Especially like the guns. I don't know which gun did better.
Right.
It was just a lot to remember because like they did explain to me, it's like, oh, this does that, but it was a lot to remember at the time.
Right.
And I didn't play much. I would say I only played like what 6 games.
Okay.
I did pretty bad in terms of KDA, but
Right.
hey, I still won. Win streak matches there.
Right. That's funny. You got a perfect win streak.
Yeah, I got a perfect win rate. Even
yeah.
though I win like 6-20 each game.
Right. That's funny.
No, but it's not. I mean, it wouldn't be fair if I just played one game and say, "Oh, I don't
Right,
like it," right?
right.
And I still gave it a chance, and it's just not my type.
Right. No,
game
it's
anymore.
it's super fun. It's super fun. I got really addicted to it because it's a lot like it's mechanic. Okay, it's a team game, but you can still carry these games if you're good with mechanics. Because you don't really need to have good aim to be good at Valorant. You just need to know. Instead of learning champions or characters or they call them agents. Agents they have their abilities, right? And they're supposed to just help you a little bit, manipulate the area around you and stuff. But where the game really shines is in the maps. You have to, as opposed to like regular games with characters in them that you do unique things. It's really more about learning the map than it is about learning the character. You have to study the map. You have to study corners. There's a lot of studying. But like once you get done with that studying, the game is insane because then you're able to do shit that like people are just gonna accuse you of aimbotting. Like I remember I'd play the game a lot and people would be like, "Oh, you got an aimbot on," or like, "Oh, you're cheating." It's like, "Oh, like you're a Smurf." And it's like, and people were like, "Oh, how long have you been playing? Like, did you play CS:GO? How long have you been playing this game?" I was like, "Dude, this is my first FPS I've ever played on a computer." Like, and I've only been playing for like about a month. And they're like, "What? No way! I've been playing CS:GO for like a year, and you're already like gold." I'm like, "Yeah, like." This game is like super fun. I love playing this game. And like, "Oh, well, what's your setup? Like, what are you running on?" I'm like, what are the hertz on your monitor, and like, what's your, what's your like, what chairs are you using? I'm like, "No, I'm sitting on the floor. My monitor is running at 60 hertz, so it's only running at 60 frames per second, and I don't have a lot of room to use my mouse." And they're like, "What? You're lying." And I'm like, "Dude, I swear to God, how else am I, like, it sounds like I'm lying, but like, I really was sitting on the floor playing Valorant and doing really well. Like, how else am I supposed to prove it to them other than sending them a picture? Like, I'm never gonna run into these people again." Like, like now I have a desk. I got a desk like 2 days ago. Like 2 days ago. I finally got a desk 2 days ago. So only recently. And a chair. Only recently am I finally.
Wait, you were playing on the floor or on your bed? What?
No, I've been playing on the floor the whole time. I had like a little table. I had a little table that went up.
Oh, so you were sitting, but you had like a little. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was sitting down on the floor.
They were like leaned down on. I was like, dude, that's so uncomfortable.
No, I had a little table and I was sitting down on the floor, and I would play, and it was just high enough. It was like when I would sit down under the table, and it would like I can feel my knees touching the top of the table. Like that's how small it was.
If it was that small, how did Robbie not like fuck it over?
He did. And I'd also just tell him not to go there. But yeah, and like people were like, no, you're lying. There's no way you're sitting on the floor. It's like, dude, I swear. And they're like, because the thing about Valorant is, preferably if you're playing the game, you don't want your mouse to have high sensitivity. You want it to have lower sensitivity, so you can move. You're not moving your hand. You're moving your arm, and you're using your elbow to aim properly and shoot people more accurately. And so you have a better range of motion. You want to use your whole table essentially.
Well, I guess that's where I fucked up.
Yeah, no, it absolutely helps, and it depends from people to people.
Well, no, I can't because I don't have that much room.
Right. Well, I didn't either, so I had to play with I really had to fuck around with my settings, and I had to play on a higher sensitivity. Most pros play with a low sensitivity and use their whole arms to aim and shoot and stuff. Another thing is that your monitor has to your game for Valorant basically has to run at 120 frames at 120 hertz. Like that's the preferred monitor state, because you can, so that way there's less like ghosting, and that way your headshots are more accurate, so you can flick and stuff and have your accuracy is at its maximum potential. So my monitor didn't have that. And then also preferably, you should have a comfortable chair to sit in. I didn't have that either. So I had everything going against me, and I still did better than most players who've been playing FPSs like all their lives. And that's only because I would record all of my games. I would review all of my games. I would listen to every Pro Guides video. I would listen to every video period that had anything to do with any character. And when I was at work, I would listen to Tens playing games. So I have YouTube Premium or YouTube Red, whatever. And so when I was at work, I'd have one earbud in, and then I would just listen to Tens playing. I would listen to he's like one of the best CS:GO Valorant players right now. I don't know if he played CS:GO, but I watched him for Valorant, and he's one of the best Valorant players. And I would listen to Tens play the game, and then he would talk about what he was doing. I was obsessed, dude. You have no idea how obsessed I was with Valorant. And that's why I had to stop, because of how addicted I was to it. I was like, I can't do this. This game's way too fun. It's taking up way too much of my time. And the things that you would discover on your own was so much fun, dude. It was so much fun. Like going into the lab and labbing things out and trying out angles and things you could do, especially with Viper. At the time, right now, people are doing things with the meta that I was already doing when Viper first released. I was like, okay, what if I do these things with these characters? Nobody else was doing what I was doing and I'm not saying that to be cocky. I seriously mean that. Ask Tito. I was doing the things that people are doing now with Viper, that people are just now discovering. And it was funny because I remember I was talking to somebody. I'm like, oh shit, they discovered these angles, and they're like, yeah, they probably learned it from the same YouTube video you watched. I'm like, no, I discovered these things on my own. There were no YouTube videos, because Viper was the worst character to play. She was terrible. She was dog shit. Nobody wanted to play her, but I didn't give a shit because I loved that character. She was so much fun to me. I loved that champion. And so I wanted to learn how to maximize her output. And that's what I did. And I got really fucking good with her. I made her look good. And now people are doing what I was doing when the game first released. And it's super cool to see people do that now. But it also is unfortunate because now when I'm going into a game, people are going to see it coming. That was my thing, is I was doing these things that nobody knew Vipers could do, and it was winning me games. But now I guess people are now learning how to play around it. But it's super fun, dude. It's super fun. I'm glad I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm glad I'm not playing that game anymore because it was way too addicting, and it took up way too much of my time. It reminded me when I first started playing Smash Brothers and how addicted I was to that. Learning how to play it really was. Valorant and Smash are really the only two games I can think of that have really gotten me that addicted. League is more of I play it more like a single player game. I don't really give a shit about my teammates when I play that game. And that's why I lose.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that's why you don't climb.
Yeah, and that's why I don't climb, which is fine. I don't care. I'm not interested in being good at it. I play games to have fun, and if I'm not having fun, what's the point? You know, I do have fun winning, absolutely, but it's when it's about games I'm really passionate about, and I'm really passionate about League, but not in the same way like Valorant or Smash Brothers. Because League of Legends, I'm only passionate about League of Legends because they have an amazing, they're really good at telling stories and stuff. That's literally the only reason I'm as passionate as I am about that game. But and you know, it's cool. It's cool to see what they do every year. I like the fact that they mix the game up for better or for worse. You know, this latest update with with the item changes is debatable. I don't know why they're adding more items when they should fix the ones that currently have problems. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like they're gonna add a split pushing item for whatever reason. Like that doesn't make I don't get that. Like why not just fix the items that you have problems with and then add more later? Like it just seems like faulty game design. I don't know what that's about, but you know, I'm not a company. I don't know what makes an effective fighting game. I don't know what makes an effective MOBA. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah, they're just so obsessed with making money, releasing skins to, patch the right things, balance the game. Yeah, at this point, Riot is just obsessed with making money. They're just releasing skin for e-girls.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And
well, cause
you know how recently they just released the Prestige Zed skin, right?
yeah, I saw that.
There's a special icon for it if you buy the bundle, which is over $200.
What? I didn't know that.
I am not exaggerating. It's so stupid.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's like 180 or so.
Right.
So something like that, right? But it's just so stupid
Yeah.
to get that stupid icon exclusive for that.
Yeah. I would hate to admit that if they did that for
Yeah, they're just obsessed with making money at this point.
yeah, because if they did that
care what anyone says.
if they did that for a collie, I'd probably shell out that money. If I'm being real. I would.
It's like, I ain't gonna buy that. So everyone's shocked. Like, what do you mean you're not? I was like, yeah, I'm not even getting the skin. What the fuck?
They're like, yeah, dude, no, get the prestige skin. You're gonna regret it, dude. That's what I did with a collie. I don't have KDA. I don't have prestige KDA collie. It's the only that's like. like when Rivens came up, I was like, dude, there's no way I'm missing out on this because I can't, dude. I can't get KDA Prestige Akali anymore unless I get it from a fucking chest. I'm not spending $200 on chests to get KDA Akali. Just for the chance to get KDA Prestige Akali. It's not happening. Fuck that. Dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it later. Like, I wouldn't say I wouldn't condone getting prestige skins just because it's not. But if it's your main, dude, you need to get it, man. Like, because you're going to regret it later because that's your main. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I see what you're saying. But, dude, just be a sheep just this one time and get that prestige skin. Otherwise, you'll never get it back. Like, I purposely didn't get Teemos, and I still regret it sometimes. Like, every now and then I'm like, man, I should have gotten that prestige Teemo skin, and then I forget about
of course you do regret it.
it. No, well, I don't regret it. I think about it sometimes. Is the more accurate. Is the more accurate term. But I definitely regret not getting Akali's when I had the chance because that definitely that should have been the move I should have done. And unfortunately, I missed out, and that's my fault. But you know what? Oh well, because I heard she's gonna get like a Lovecraftian skin, like a Cthulhu-inspired skin, and I will definitely buy that when that releases because Cthulhu and Akali are the two things that I love most in this world. That's the way to go. But
what?
Yeah. What? Yeah. No. It's I forget. It's like I think it's called like Night City. Like. Night City Crime is like the name of the skin line that they're making, and they showed a concept for Akali, and I'm for sure Akali's going to get that skin, because why would they miss out on an opportunity to make money? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, and they said it was like Cthulhu inspired, and so I'm all for it. Give it to me. Give me anything Cthulhu, anything H.P. Lovecraft, Azathoth, Yog-Sothoth. Shub Niggurath, give it all to me. I want it all. So and Akali's most likely going to get it. So. Oh yeah. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully it releases, and I'm definitely gonna buy that. I mean, well, because the thing is that the market's in China. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Like that's
I
where
didn't,
that's
actually.
that's where that's where all the money is coming from.
Yeah.
Like China is like responsible for like making most of America's profits, and we're kind of like bending to what's the word I'm looking for? We're kind of bending to their demands because if we don't do what
Yeah, bending over backwards.
if we're not doing what they want us to do, we're not gonna make money. Like I don't know if you saw recently, what is it? John Cena recently made an apology calling Taiwan a country, and he was apologizing in Chinese to the Chinese. He spoke Chinese. He was speaking Chinese. He speaks like really good Chinese too, which is really weird. I didn't know that. But because of the Fast and the Furious movies make so much money in China, he said that they should release the movie in Taiwan. That would be a good idea. And the Chinese government basically got pissed off at him. They're like, "What the fuck? Like, why would you acknowledge Taiwan at all?" And he had to go apologize to China. Essentially, I don't know who he was apologizing to. Basically, the Chinese government, I guess. And he was speaking in Chinese, and he was telling her, like, basically, like, I'm sorry for calling Taiwan a country, essentially. Like, please forgive us, go watch our movie. Like, it's nuts. Like, China has been very involved in a lot of the stuff that we've been producing. They are more familiar with our culture than we are with them. And China owns Tencent, and Tencent owns League of Legends. They own League of Legends. So that's why they're making so many skins, and that's why they've made the mobile game. It's a smart move because people in China, all they do is play fucking mobile games, and they just consume they consume the shit we make like it's nobody's business. They fucking love the stuff we make. There are Chinese weeaboos for America. The same way we have weeaboos who love shit in Japan, China is obsessed with our culture. They love our basketball games. They love the games we make, and they especially love the fucking movies we make. The Transformers movies and the Fast and the Furious movies, basically all the shitty movies we make, they fucking love them. They fucking love watching those terrible fucking movies, and they love seeing shit being thrown on the screen. They love action happening for no reason. They love terrible acting. Like, they just love that shit. And we want to make money, so we do the shit that they want us to make. And that's why I think League of Legends, and that's why I think you're noticing League of Legends heading in that direction, because League is a company. They want to make money. The best and our biggest vendor currently is China. And the best way to make money is to make skins that China is gonna want. Remember that you know how I said that League of Legends is making that Crime City, like Cthulhu inspired skin line? Mm-hmm. That one from that was a vote that they were making. So there was a vote for 3 different skin lines. It was like a pop star like skin line, and then there was like a debonair skin line, which is like where they're gonna dress up the League of Legends characters like in fancy outfits and stuff, and they look like basically like they're gonna make them look like really cute or whatever. And then they have the Cthulhu inspired one, and the Night City Crime or whatever, I don't remember what it's called. That one, the Cthulhu one, won the vote. But the other one, the Debonair one, won the vote in China. So they're making both skins because they're like, even though the Night City Crime won the vote overall, in China they wanted the other one. They didn't want either of these. They wanted this other one. So we're also gonna make this one as well because China wants it. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. Okay, I guess. Then why not just, because they know that they know they're gonna make money off those skins. They know they're gonna like, oh shit, China is dictating what we should and shouldn't do, so we're gonna make these skins for them. But yeah, China's kind of in charge of us right now. None in the sense like their government is telling us what to do, but more in the sense like if we want to produce and make more money, we basically have to make what they want us to make. We don't really have a choice. Which some are arguing could be a good thing or a bad thing, or some are arguing could be a really bad thing. I'm not sure yet. I'm not educated enough to make an opinion on that. But I definitely could see how that could kind of bite us in the ass eventually. I don't want China to be in charge of us. But unfortunately that might be the case.
Yeah. I mean, unless we go to war, then.
No, don't even. No. Well, like, okay. And like, it doesn't help with like what happened with COVID, right? Like.
What? I was stretching about that.
Yeah, no, me too.
Oh, yeah, right.
COVID,
right.
like when it first released, like everyone was like, "Oh my God, like it came from China, and like we gotta buy toilet paper because toilet paper comes from China, and we buy stuff from China, and if we don't buy the toilet paper now, we won't have toilet paper later because China won't send it to us." And you know, people were fucking rampaging all over the fucking streets and stuff, and destroying and looting the stores. And I'm glad I was not working when that happened, because I think I didn't have a job for like three or 4 months, and that's when COVID basically hit. Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't have to deal with that. But it doesn't help that it most likely, that COVID most likely came from a lab. I don't know if you've heard about this or if you're updated with this at all.
No.
Well, in Wuhan, that's where COVID broke out. It was in Wuhan, China. Wuhan, China has a lab where they purposely get deadly viruses, specifically coronaviruses. They get.
It's like in the movies where they have like a convoy and something like a little accident and it breaks out.
Yeah, and then people start dying. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing is that, okay, because this lab has coronaviruses and they have them and they develop them and they make them stronger so they can learn about the viruses. And this lab is in Wuhan, China, where the coronavirus broke out, where they just so happened to study different types of coronaviruses. And then it broke out. It infected three laboratory members, or 3 lab scientists, and it killed one of their fiancés, or one of their wives or whatever. It broke out, and then it started spreading. And when we got the news that it broke out from Wuhan, for whatever reason, America is like, yeah, there's no way it broke out from the lab in the laboratory where they study coronaviruses. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what? What do you mean that doesn't make any sense? That makes perfect sense. If a coronavirus was gonna break out, like, it most likely would have broken out from the lab where they study coronaviruses. And that's the crazy thing. That's why nobody believed it, because it sounds like it came out of a movie. And like everybody's like, no, dude, like fucking, like, and there's no way. It probably came from a bat. Some Chinese dude probably ate a bat, and then it came to us. It's like, what? How does that make more sense than it breaking out of a lab?
The Chinese dude bit the bat instead.
Yeah, it's like, no, man, it came from a bat. Do you remember that happened when COVID first broke out? Everyone was saying that it came from like a wet market. I don't know if you remember that. They were like, yeah, like somebody ate a bat and then it mutated and it came to like people. Like, it's just, that is what Like, okay, it's possible. Don't get me wrong, it's possible for that to happen. But what's more likely? Somebody ate a bat and then got infected with COVID, or the fucking laboratory that has coronaviruses in it that they study in Wuhan, where the coronavirus broke out. Is it more likely that it came from that lab? Like, that's like a scientist being like, oh, we discovered today that 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then America's like, that's stupid. 1 plus 1 equals 11. That's retarded. You're an idiot. like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And for whatever reason, here in America, we don't want to believe that other countries are capable of making mistakes or doing dumb shit. Because for whatever reason, Americans are the dumbest people on the planet, which we kind of are, but we also are the forefront leaders on like technology and advancements in like society and like all that other shit. Japan is probably there too as well. I'd say maybe a little more in the technological side, but I just none of that shit makes sense, dude. I don't understand that. I don't get how people are like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe it didn't come from the lab, but to say that it doesn't make any sense, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. COVID only it mostly killed like people who were already like susceptible to diseases and stuff. COVID, like, it also affected those people as well, but COVID also, it mostly killed obese people, like obese and old people. Like,
Blacks are weak as shit.
well, yeah, but that's the thing is like, my roommate sent me this funny like meme where like it's like a doctor and he's talking to a patient, and the doctor's like, oh, you only have, this disease you have is going to kill you. And then the patient's like, oh no. It's like, but you can cure it with a healthy diet and exercise. And then the patient's like, oh no, because it's true. Like, people would rather die than get in shape for whatever reason. All right.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, doctor. It sounds like a lot of work. All right, I got your diagnosis. Make it quick, doctor. I don't have all day. Oh, wow. Who told you? Patient, hold up. That's funny. That's good. I like that. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, like, could you imagine? I don't get that. Look, I understand there are more problems when people are like overweight and stuff. I understand that, there's like depression and like, and like not feeling good enough. I get that, but at the same time, everybody's got their like, okay, like, if your biggest problem is that if your biggest struggle in the day is like driving through traffic, if that's legitimately your biggest problem, then I think you are capable of exercising. I seriously do. Like, I just doesn't make I don't understand how somebody can have this mentality of, yeah, I would rather die than exercise. People are legitimately making that decision. They're legitimately going, I would rather die and live a miserable life than eat healthy and exercise. I don't get that. Like, but how do you help people like that? Like, what do you do about that? Like, what else can I do to help you, to convince you that you need to get in shape? Like, that's like the worst thing. Like, it's like, I'm not even threatening you with death. You're threatening yourself with death. I don't get that. How do you fix that? I don't know. Did you know anybody who caught COVID? Like, did anybody in your family or anybody you knew caught COVID?
Honestly, no.
Well, yeah. Well, probably because we're young and probably.
Yeah, but even from relatives or friends, no.
That's
I
good.
don't recall
Well,
anybody.
that's good. That's good to hear. I mean, like, I had a couple of people that I knew who caught COVID, but they all like they were all in shape, and they were like, yeah, like it was like a cold, like I was like coughing for a couple days, and then I was fine. But yeah, no, it's I don't know, I don't get that. I like it just, and that's another thing is like the government never talked about that. Like the government was never like, hey guys, like the vaccine is a little ways away. We still have some time till we make the vaccine. Maybe you guys should go exercise while we're working on this vaccine. Nobody said that. Nobody in the government said that. Nobody was like, hey guys, maybe it's a good idea you should all lose the weight because most of the people who are dying are obese or, already have like autoimmune deficiencies. You know what I mean? Like nobody was saying that. Like go walk a little bit. That's all you need to do. Just walk a little bit. Like if you weigh 400 pounds, if you walk every day, I guarantee you're going to lose some weight. I promise you. Like,
This isn't bad,
I don't know. It just, that makes me, it kind of infuriates me when people just don't. All you need is like 10-15 minutes. 10-15 minutes to do some exercises and just eat less.
Yeah, or just get like a dog, take it for a walk.
Yeah, exactly. Or just get it. Yeah, walk your fucking dog. That's another dude. Oh my god! Don't even get me started. Okay. Well, okay. So I live like in an apartment complex, right? And the apartment, my apartment's pretty nice. I like my apartment. It's getting hot in my room. I like my apartment. But there are people who are legitimately like too big, or not too big, too lazy to go walk their fucking dog. Like what they'll do is that they'll grab a really long leash, they'll open the door, and they'll let their dog go outside and walk around for a little bit, and they'll sit on their couch and hold their dog's leash while they're outside walking and stuff, like pooing and peeing or whatever they need to do. And then when the dog is done, they'll just pull the leash back a little bit, letting the dog know, hey, come back inside. And then the dog will come back in, and then they'll close the door. It's like, dude, go walk your fucking dog. Like, your dog needs to go out and walk. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why even have a dog if you're not gonna take care of it? Like, doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how can you do that? Like, your dog needs to exercise. Unlike you, like, your dog is still an animal. Like, technically, scientifically speaking, we're all animals. Like, that's just, like, we all fall under, under the animal tree. But my point is that, like, your dog needs to be outside. Your dog needs to walk. Walk your fucking dog. Like, holy shit. I don't know how we got to this topic from Kazuya. I don't know how we got here. What happened?
You like spin off.
I did spin off. I really did. What's the temperature over there where you're at right now? How hot is it over there?
It's about 83 degrees.
83?
Yeah, 83, 85.
How the fuck is it cooler over there than it is over here?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
No, usually it's in the high 90s.
Dude, it's 108 degrees outside right now. It's super fucking hot outside right now. I've had my AC on for a while already. Or actually, I think it might be off already. It might be off right now. But it's getting warmer in here. I can feel it. Like, it's not super hot in here, but it's getting warmer for sure. And I think my back is already actually starting to sweat a little bit, which is never fun. Yeah, are you gonna be buying Kazuya when he releases tomorrow, or are you gonna be waiting, or what are you doing tomorrow? As far
I
as
just need to go get a stupid the fuck is it called? The gift card. I just need to go get a gift card.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow, if not, probably the day after that.
Right.
Depends what I have to do.
Right. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, because I'm hoping I have tomorrow off, so I'm hoping I could be on and play a little bit. I don't know what I have planned tomorrow. I might because I haven't been drawing, and I've been wanting to draw lately because I need to draw. I need to practice drawing. I I really want to see what he's like. I was thinking about re-downloading Tekken 7, but I don't want to wait for that process. I don't want to have to wait through that. So I'll just hold off on that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Kazuya does. I'm excited to see what people discover. I want to see what people lab out. I think that'll be really fun. I think that'll be the most exciting thing. I think he has the potential to be probably, in my opinion, I haven't played the game in a while. My knowledge is super outdated. I don't know what's meta. But in my opinion, I think he might be maybe the best FGC character we're gonna get. Just because of how many options he has. More options always leads to more, obviously more possibilities, more combo strings that Sakurai definitely was not intending you to use the way you're using them. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see just all that in general. And I'm kind of sad that the past is coming to an end. Again, it's anybody's guess who it is. Who would you want to see? Who would you want to see?
I know this is gonna make me sound like a hypocrite now, but
uh-huh.
fucking Zero from from Mega Man.
Really? Like that would be like your most wanted
Hell
pick?
yeah, dude! Like the combo potential, I could already visualize this whole kit.
Right. Yeah, Zero would be really cool. Is there one from a particular game that you're thinking about, or do you just Zero in general? Just Zero with a combination of all of his previous stuff.
Probably from X5, if not just from a combination, or maybe from his own video game series. That would make the most sense too.
Yeah, because he is in he's in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I feel like they could probably kind of do some similar stuff that they.
Yeah, I mean that'd be sick, but he's an assist trophy, so.
Right. Oh, isn't he as an assist trophy? He is, huh?
Yeah, well, that's the one from the X series at least.
Right.
So if it were to happen, it would be the one from his main game series, but.
Right.
That's a long shot.
Right.
That'd be awesome to see him though.
That's how
I'm really surprised he didn't make it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Shadow. I really wanted Shadow in this game.
Because technically he would be like Ken, but as a sword fighter. Like Ken was an assist trophy in 4 and he made it.
Oh, he was, huh?
Yep.
Oh shit, I forgot. Well, because we never play with items. Like in the time, and whenever we do play with items, it's always like a couple rounds, like maybe like 4 or 5 rounds of like items on, and it's like okay, yeah, all right, that's enough of that. I totally forgot that Ken was. Well, I think Little Mac too. Little Mac was an assist trophy in Brawl, I think.
Okay, that I did not know.
Yeah, Little Mac was an assist trophy in Brawl. That's funny. I laughed in the Kazuya presentation when he did like the low sweep, and fucking Little Mac went flying.
Oh yeah, he like kicked. Yo, that's like Falcon's down tilt. It literally stands him at the same angle.
Is it?
Except Kazuya said like way more knockback.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It looked like Kazuya's was way more extreme than Falcon's, because Falcon's does do that, but like not that badly. Like Falcon's is like, I think you can tech Falcons, right? I think you can tech Falcons. Like
I did. Well, I mean, if he hits you when you're on the center of the stage, yeah, you can DI it.
Yeah, right.
Hit the ground.
Yeah.
But if you're at the ledge, oh yeah, no, good luck.
Are you still playing League? Or are you still climbing?
I haven't been climbing. Just recently I started playing. Well, it'll be like late night. I'll just turn on the stream and I'll start playing. And dude, I'll literally just be broadcasting myself sitting in queue for 50 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating, sadly.
Oh my god.
And like the worst part is, like, when I finally find the game, I had to go through a dodge. I didn't dodge. I just wanted to play this shit out. I'm just trying to get my account to level 30, right?
Uh-huh.
Everyone else dodges for no fucking reason. I don't understand.
Yeah, I've been.
They didn't even get banned out. They just dodged for no reason. They're like, oh, never mind, I gotta go. Like that type of thing. I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
How did this happen 7 times? Yeah, I was just sitting there for 50 minutes. I was like, dude, why am I streaming this? I'm wasting my time.
Yeah, it's so funny. I didn't a couple things, but first.
Then when I finally get into a champ select,
Uh-huh.
I get autofilter banned out. So it's just this is hard.
Autofilter banned out. That's unfortunate. I was gonna say a couple things. One, yeah. When I play on my alternate account, because it's like I think it's like level 15 or 16 or something. I rarely play on it. I get a lot of dodges. I've noticed that as well. Like they're always dodging games, and I don't get why. It's like, dude, I just want to play a game. Like, what the fuck is happening? Second off, I didn't know you were streaming. What the fuck? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I mean, I just started like 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
But it was like testing things.
I
was
see.
just
I
like
see. Okay.
testing to see if frames, stuff like that, right?
All right. Yeah, I see. You gotta send me your Twitch. I'll be sure to like pass it around and shit. Like like whenever my friends have channels and stuff, I wanna help them out as much as I can, in any way I can.
I mean, I don't know if anyone wants to watch me.
No,
sitting
dude,
cute.
fuck it, dude. No, it's fine. Fuck it. I mean, well, cause like, okay, I remember
I
when.
streamed for 2 hours. I only got one game.
Yeah, 50 minutes. 50 minutes of it was a queue. What was I gonna say? Well, cause like I remember when Kai started his channel, he had like 30 subscribers or something. I was like 4 of them. I was like 4 of them. I remember like, cause I have like 4 different YouTube accounts for different shit. And I remember like I went on all of my YouTube accounts and I subscribed to all of his I went on all my channels and subscribed to his
Fuck,
channel.
you had 4 YouTube accounts.
I like emails and stuff, like different shit. I'm just I was sorting out in like it's just like 4 emails I've accumulated in my all of my time living. Like one of them was like an email I had that like the first email I made that I didn't really know how to use, and then the second one was another one that I used in high school, and then another one was one that I tried making afterwards under a different name, and then another one that I have is. Honestly, I don't know why. I don't remember why I made it. I think I was watching Cobra Kai and on YouTube, and I wanted to use the extra 30-day free trial for YouTube Red.
You were watching Cobra Kai. Why don't you just go on Netflix? Huh?
Because it wasn't Cobra Kai wasn't always a Netflix show. It was originally a YouTube show. It started on YouTube.
What year?
Yeah, it was originally Cobra Kai was originally a YouTube Red show, and it wasn't on Netflix originally. Now it's on Netflix because it gained a cult following. The show was that good, Netflix wanted to purchase it. I don't know if they purchased it, but they're platforming it. So it wasn't always the big show it was. It was one of those things where it's like you needed to you kind of had to be in the loop to know it even existed. Yeah, I loved it. I wanted to finish the other season, but my like subscription ran out, so I just made like another one. But yeah, no, so I remember like every time Kai would upload, I just tried to help him out as much as I could. I spammed his videos on like all the other servers I was in, like the tournament servers, the buddy Prop Child, like any server I was in, I was spamming his stuff. I was like, I wouldn't say anything either. I would just copy the links to his videos, and then I would just put them in Discord, then I just spam it essentially. I don't care, like I'm spamming this shit. People are gonna find him, and now he's almost got like 2,000 subscribers now. I'm so proud of him. Like he's really working at it. Like I'm gonna keep supporting him.
Wait, really? Wait, what is he broadcast or stream?
He does all sorts of stuff. He records videos with his friends. Sometimes he mainly gained his popularity doing Borderlands videos. Like Borderlands 3, and that's mostly where his viewership comes from. He does like he has a show calls Awesome Amazing, which I love, and he does like movie reviews and like game reviews and stuff. I've always loved his channel, and I remember when I met him in high school, I remember him talking to me about it and starting. I was even in some of his videos in the beginning when he first started his channel. And we have a video where we played Dragon Ball FighterZ together, and I remember recording some stuff with him, and I've always been very supportive of him, and And yeah, I'm just really proud to see that he's just kept at it and he's kept working at it, and really just seeing him coming into his own. And I just hope that when he gets big, when he becomes a big YouTuber, that hopefully it just doesn't he doesn't get too overwhelmed by it, because I just hope he's careful. I hope he handles it well, but I'm sure he will, because he's always handled shit well, just generally. So yeah, if I can help in any way, like in any way, shape, or form, I'd definitely be more than willing to. So yeah, man, like I think like your content is there, man. Like you're a good Zed player, and you're
was
okay. Maybe you might be washed up. I don't know. I'm definitely washed up in Smash. I'm 100% washed up.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like I probably might get a video card. Not anytime soon, but that could be or a game capture, whatever.
Right.
It is. I'll either stream some like Smash or something, like
right?
Some other fighting game.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like I'm saying, like I think it's like the primary thing I think is like there's two things that make any channel good, or I'd say three things. Is consistency is key. Consistency is always just gonna be a good choice, because it's something you always want to do is just be consistent. If anything, be consistent. And then two, be a little like you gotta be a little educational. People love learning shit. Like people love learning shit that they don't already know.
Oh yeah, I've only so far I've only done. I mean, obviously I'm still in the testing phase.
Right.
But I've
No,
only done,
I'm just
mic streams.
right. No, I'm saying, but all I'm saying is that like you just like keep these things in mind if you do get started.
Yeah.
And you are doing. And then another thing is just be yourself. Like fuck it. Like dude, seriously, fuck it. Like as long as you're having fun. Seriously, it's a lot like competing, and it's a lot like getting good at anything. If you're not having fun, you're never gonna get better at it. Like that's why like people who pick up champions who are meta just because they're meta, they're never gonna be good with them because they're not having fun. Like I play Akali, and the only reason I always win my lane and I never win my games is because I'm having fun playing Akali, and that's the only reason I'm actually good with the characters, because she's fun. I love playing her. Whereas if she was meta and somebody was like, I'm gonna play Akali because she's meta, they're not gonna do well. The same way, like you're really good with Zed. Nobody who just picks up Zed because he's meta is gonna be as good as you, because you have fun playing that character. Like there's a difference. Like you enjoy playing that character, so naturally you're gonna want to learn more about him, and naturally you're gonna pick up things on your own. As opposed to somebody who's like, I just want to win games. I want to work with what's meta. And you could win games like that, but like, it'll be boring as shit. So I don't know. So it's the same thing, It's like as long as you're having fun and you're having fun with it and you're trying out shit, you just do what you want. Fuck, dude. Like that's what makes channels and certain content creators unique, is just being you. But yeah. Oh man, I had a burp. Yeah, dude, do what entertains you. And again, your Zed is pretty good. Even probably by today's standards, your Zed's still probably good. If you just, because the fact of the matter is that I don't care like if somebody's plat or diamond. Like, like I know there's like in the League community, people talk a lot of shit. It's like, oh, you're only diamond, like you're dog shit. Like I get it, right? Fuck, fine, I get it. My dick is smaller than yours. All right, cool. I get it. Shit. The point is that like anybody who's in diamond or in plat, like they're still like the top 1%, like the 1%, the 5%. That's still a big deal. I don't care who you are. That's still a big deal.
Sure.
So I mean, so to me, what that's telling to me is that if you're in that area, there's only 5% of people in America Who can make content like that? Who can make content like that and actually give it out? And people are gonna want to watch that. Like like Professor Akali only plays Akali. Well, for this small time period when Akali was dog shit, he played Renekton, I think. People are gonna watch him, even if he just plays the one champion. You know, like and even if he's not actually the best Akali player, like people are still gonna watch him because he's still good with her. You know, that's all. You know, so again, just do what you. Just be you, work on it, and have fun with it. That's the biggest thing. Have fun with it. Otherwise, otherwise you're just not gonna. It's gonna feel more like a job as opposed to, something you want to do. But yeah, no, dude, I'm totally for it, man. I'll back it up. I'd be down to make some art too or something. Fuck. Like that's like the thing with like Austin. Like I keep telling Austin, it's like Austin, dude, you should really like do that stuff, man. Like you know more about League of Legends than I will ever fucking know. Like the way he analyzes games is so fucking cool. So yeah, man, just go ahead and do that. But are you planning on ranking anytime soon? Is that something you want to do? Do you want to go back to playing League eventually, or do you think you're kind of done with it?
No, I want to go back eventually because we're like a month past mid-season, so that's pretty much the time period where I should start grinding. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit too late.
Right.
Because like originally I had plans like, oh yeah, no, I should have been Grandmaster by now.
Right.
But I just installed.
Right.
I installed so much, and then I just like pretty much lost my touch.
Right. Makes sense. So are you gonna be playing mid lane or are you gonna be playing Kayn? What's going on? What's like you have a game plan like or are you just kind of
honestly it's probably just gonna be mid top.
Mid top? Wait, who do you play top?
Shen.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's fucking
yeah. Fuck. Where have you been?
All right. Well, just fuck. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? I forgot you played Shen. Why not Kayn? Is he not good right now? Is it just?
Well, he's okay. He's decent. He's not as good as he used to be, right? But he's still an okay pick. Problem is,
You okay?
for jungle, I only play one character, and that's it.
I see. Right.
And so he's like picked or banned, then I'm pretty much fucked over.
Right, but don't you also only play Zed?
So
No, dude, I could play like Talon and Blanc
robots like that?
Oh, you? I knew Talon. I didn't know you played LeBlanc.
every once in a while.
Okay. So, all right. It's very, very rare.
I could play like the top laners that play into mid.
Well,
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
pretty much what I do.
Yeah, you just want to. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to have your champion pool like to where, if you really needed to, you could bring the top laners down to the mid lane. But is that are there any issues with doing that? Because like I know some people do that. What?
Well, as long as you know wave management positioning, you can't get punished too hard.
Oh, okay.
Like let's say like for some reason I like pick Shen mid.
Right.
I could easily set up a gank for someone.
Right.
This time, fucking wrong.
Right. Makes sense.
Well, obviously it depends on what kind of jungler you have too, right? If it's like a Shyvana, the gank's not gonna work.
Right.
And mid, it's not gonna work.
Did it ever?
Right.
You have like a Lee Sin, J4, someone that could like close the gap, deal damage early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shen mid will be so strong.
Yeah.
But then in a few times, I played Shen into fucking a Sinjo, which I thought was gonna be AIDS, but it worked out a lot better than I thought it would.
That's funny. I would imagine that like how's Shen's wave clear? Because like my
It's shit until you get Tiamat.
okay, all right. So are you rushing Tiamat so you can deny farm and roam as much as you can, or
Well, it depends on the matchup. If it's
Okay.
So what's the plan?
if it's a matchup I could go Tiamat, then yes, I do.
right,
Although the item's really expensive,
right,
so let's say if it's like a matchup where I probably go even or probably lose, then I just go Boomy Cinder.
right. It's like so there are some matchups where your goal isn't necessarily to win and just to go even.
Yeah, just to go even, because like I don't really think Shen could duel anyone.
Mm-hmm.
At least, well, he can at least until you hit 6, because that's when everyone gets their damage spikes.
Right.
Besides him.
Is there anybody in the mid lane that, which is funny because this is very unique because we're talking about Shen mid specifically. But is there anybody Is there anybody in the mid lane when you're playing a Shen that just annoys you, like an unplayable matchup?
I'm playing with matchup. Well, most control mages. They just poke the shit out of you. You can't really farm.
That's-
You get zoned.
That's funny. Because I was literally talking about that to my roommate the other day. I was like, "Fuck, I hate control mages. Like they make me play so."
Yeah, like just imagine trying to play Shen into a Cassiopeia
Right. Yeah.
or Alessandra
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
or a Syndra, but like surprisingly, I won that matchup.
Huh.
I guess she was like surprised from the matchup. She wasn't ready for it.
Yeah. Maybe she just wasn't good at it.
Yeah, because like, well, the thing about it is like, mostly Shen players, well, at least for solo lanes, they take grass with the Undying.
Hmm.
We plan on like duking it out, you know, body shots.
Right.
Get the grass out.
Body shots.
For
Yeah.
range matchups, I notice it's more viable to go aftershock, use taunt, get the burst, and just walk out.
Control room.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Right. You're focused more on small pokes as opposed to a full like.
Yeah, because I noticed that from like playing the range top lane matchups like Teemo, Vayne, Gnar.
Yeah,
I was
except
like,
Teemo's
it's a lot easier, right? You just go aftershock.
right. Teemo's kind of shit though, cause he's more of like a skill check character, right?
Oh, well, if you go on hit Teemo, then most melee characters just get fucked.
Right. Okay, but he
You max your E, put a few points into W, kite them.
right, yeah, because he's still more of like a skill check character. He really only beats like players that are really bad at the game, right? It's kind of like to evaluate. He's kind of a character that evaluates like where you are and what you know, because like he's like the same thing where it's like people will hate Teemo and like hate playing against him, but don't realize how to like play against him properly. Like they'll just kind of get dicked and be like, "Oh fuck that champion." It's like, well, you would have won if you would have just built this item or played like this. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's how I feel about that champion. But yeah, no.
That's true.
How do you feel about Galio playing when you're playing as Zed
All these lamps.
in the mid lane?
Honestly, that matchup's easy.
Really?
Hell yeah, he's like it's so predictable for Zed. Because like, his shield, it only works against magic.
Right.
So it doesn't work against Zed, right?
Right.
His base armor is really low. He's like in the 20s.
I
level
see.
1.
I see.
And I just don't see how Galio could win the matchup because like he's only tank if he procs Aftershock or when he presses like the taunt, right? When he's charging up the taunt.
Right.
And all you have to do is just wait that out.
Right.
Like just throw the shadow through your E and just don't use Q until he uses either that or let's say if he's like walking towards you with the charging the taunt,
Okay.
just throw your shadow behind him and just like walk away from your shadow so you create a gap.
Right.
And if he gets too close, you swap. I really do not see him winning the trade.
That's funny.
His Q is like never gonna land if you do that because if he can't taunt you, he's not gonna land the full damage Q.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And
Yeah.
like when he charges forward, that is so easy to react to. He
Oh,
literally
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
dashes back.
Backwards.
You get so much time.
Yeah.
He's just so predictable.
Yeah. I would imagine. Yeah. For Zed, that actually does really well. You can, yeah, essentially predict. Essentially, like you kind of have to react to him, right? It's kind of like either you poke him as much as you can, or
Yeah, you could easily like just poke him out and win the trades.
Right.
I really do not see how a Zed would lose to a Galio ever.
I didn't think so either. I only asked because
Excluding ganks, right?
Right,
Well,
right. Then
yeah, that's
a
pretty much it.
different story.
I just don't see it happening.
I figued that much. The only reason I asked is
Yeah, because like,
I fucking
you
hate
remember when
Galio.
Galio was like really good when he was able to like charge his taunt and flash as well? That used to be really broken.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember
So that was like the time period where I was like grinding 2 diamonds. I just went against so much, and then I realized like, wait, this matchup's so easy. I never struggled against the matchup, but I just realized this is so much easier than a lot of people think.
Right. That's funny.
Like I've got against like full tank Gallios, aftershock Gallios going AP, or full AP Gallios with electric Q. I just don't see myself losing at all.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because Galio is a weird character. Because if he's playing against certain characters, it's really weird. He's like I feel like he abuses the shit out of more mid laners than he just goes even with. Like, I cannot play against a Galio as a Kali because
That's gotta be one.
I
Look at the size of it.
I personally just don't like going even. I don't like playing for going even. Again, I play League of Legends like a single player game, and that's why I lose, and I'm aware of that. So I can never kill Galio, and if I can get him low, he's always like, he just leaves and then he comes back. Or if he can't kill me, he just flies somewhere else, and then it's like, oh shit. Well, I'll shove the wave as best as I can, and then he'll kill somebody else, bot lane or top lane. You know what I mean? But he fucks me a lot because I usually use my E as an engage, as a catalyst to the burst damage I'm about to do, and you can't really do that against Galio. Not only that, when you shroud, he can just stand in the middle of your shroud and then press his taunt, and then he'll just find you, and then when he does, he'll just dash at you and hit you, knock you, and then So I just have a really hard time playing against Galio. I don't like playing against Galio. So I was just curious if maybe he gave Zed a hard time, but I didn't think he did, because I didn't figure he would, just because Zed does have better mobility options against a character Galio.
Like I just can't really see it as a losing matchup.
Yeah.
Like if he usually Gallios want to they start off the traits with the move where they tackle.
Right.
Into taunt into Q, or tackle Q taunt, right?
Right.
And all you have to do is just ult the tackle and then just combo him.
Right.
Or if he immediately charges a taunt and you just wait it out.
Have you?
Because he's slow, so you could easily position your shadows and get a free triple shuriken on him.
Right. Exactly.
Time support.
Yeah.
I just don't see it as a losing matchup.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you ever considered being a pro guides coach at all, by any chance?
Honestly, probably not.
Because they get people
I've
that
never even thought about that.
They get people that are plat diamond. I mean, I feel like you could easily, coach.
Well, I feel confident saying I didn't make it to diamond with macro. I made it with just mechanics alone.
Right.
And once I made it to diamond, that's when I started picking up on more game knowledge, like wave management, stuff like that,
right.
Rotations, jungle passing. Even if I'm not jungling, I still want to know where the jungler is at.
Right.
Yeah, no, I never actually thought about that.
Yeah,
I just don't really see myself as
the coaching
a
type
for someone.
A tutor. Yeah. Well, I feel like it'd be a great way for you to learn more, because studies, or not, maybe not even studies. I don't know how true this is, or there's any validity to this. But apparently, the more you teach somebody something, the better your understanding of something becomes. So I feel like if you want to get better, I feel like it might even help you teaching other people the mechanics. So that way it can help you understand things like wave management and macro a little better, or not more have a deeper understanding as opposed to just knowing what they are and how to use them. That's what I've been told, or that's what I've heard, that just teaching somebody dramatically helps with understanding of the subject matter. But I feel like it could benefit you. But I mean, it might also be a good way to make money. Honestly, I don't know how that system works. I don't know how they pay you. But I feel like that could also help you a lot.
I mean, I guess the closest thing I've done was just VOD reviews for people.
Right.
But being on a full-on pro guides, no.
Yeah, I'd consider giving it a look. Because I'll tell you one thing. I've been coached by somebody on pro guides before, a couple times. I'll tell you one thing. You're definitely already better than most of those people, as far as knowing how to play the game, that is. So I'd definitely give it a look. I would definitely check it out and see if that's something you could possibly do, or if it's something they'd be willing to allow you to do, and then try to make some money. And I think I believe the longer you're there, and the more the pro guides community gets to know you, the more they'll eventually pay you, I believe. So, you can, I think, so if you gain notoriety for being a good teacher and you have good reviews and stuff, you can start bumping up the prices of how much your coaching costs and stuff. But yeah, I mean, cause like you know, if you're good at something, I'd say like monetize it, like do something, like try to make some money off of it as well, while you're at it. That, or you could just, you know, start paying people. People could start paying you to boost their accounts, but you could just do that. But I mean, yeah, that could work too. But yeah, I mean, do you think Grandmaster is something you can
Isn't that from one of Marlene's
achieve soon?
This season, probably not anymore. Last season I could have, if I just stopped like. Oh, I definitely could have last season. I just like didn't play as much as I should have.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't struggle at all on grinding. I just didn't have the time for it. Towards the end, when I actually like decided, like, you know, I'm finally gonna start ranking. I just didn't have the time.
Right.
Towards the end.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cause like, yeah, no, I didn't struggle at all once I got to D4. Even then, like when my account was D4, I still had D2 MMR,
Huh.
and I didn't lose that many games. I only lost like 30 or so. It didn't take me that many games to get a diamond because I won like a whole majority of them, right?
Right.
So if I was doing that well while playing in like D2 MMR or D2 ELO, I definitely could have hit Grandmaster last season.
Okay.
I just ran out of time.
Okay.
And
So
this season, I don't see myself doing that anymore.
okay. So definitely not. So definitely not this season. What about next season? If that's something you
if
considering, hopefully they don't change the game too dramatically with the.
if it's not changed too dramatically and I actually like play as much as I used to, then I could definitely hit it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, cause like yeah, like I said, I think you should definitely go for it at least. You know.
Like for this season, at the very most, probably D1
Unfortunately,
Right.
is within my reach.
D1.
With the amount of time I have, at least.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you should
Go for 10. Why don't you?
definitely stream that. Just again and just be consistent. You know, Z players will eventually, you know, crawl out of whatever abyss they're in, and I'm sure they'll come to watch you,
up for giving it a try.
and even new
It might
players
not work out,
at that
but it's
too.
the only idea.
Yeah, that's if I don't get like 50-minute queue times again.
50-minute queue times. You gotta learn to play something on the side or something. You gotta play like
Yeah, I would just like, I don't know,
Those venom
like some little flash game or something.
yeah, Flash gamers. Yeah, some Super Smash Flash while you're waiting.
Fucking game.
Just beat the shit out of it. Get your revenge on that Kirby or on that Jigglypuff. I mean,
Dude, you still remember that?
of course I still remember that. I'll
was
never
in,
forget that. I'll never
That was
forget
in
that.
Ekman's, right? I was just playing in Ekman's.
That was in no, that
During
was
lunch.
no, that was in an Ekman. Was it in Ekman's? I thought that was in that one English teacher we had. I remember her name.
Oh, Madero's?
Was it Madero? I haven't heard that.
You know,
name
I probably
forever.
could have.
I think it was Madero's. I think it was Madero's. Yeah.
It was either in Ekman's where we were just like hanging out there during lunch and I was just playing on the Chromebook.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the Chromebooks.
Yeah, it was
or
probably
the computer.
Madero's. Holy shit, dude! Like, I still remember it to this day. Teched my frame perfect tech the Falcon Punch into a rest.
That was so funny, dude.
Frame perfect.
That was.
You know what else was even? I don't know what was more surprising: the fact that she did that, or the fact that Rage Quit that fast out of the game. Do you remember that? Like,
You did. That you did.
that was like a frame perfect like Rage Quit.
I know. It was so funny. Oh my god, dude, that was so funny. I just remember just like I remember like it just not processing in my brain, like immediately. Like I was like, oh, yeah, like that's Jigglypuff just perfect tech this Falcon Punch and then rested him. Yeah, you know, with Jigglypuff, what? Like, what? What just happened? What?
Like what? Why I seen the title screen?
Yeah, what? Yeah. It was just that was so funny. I think they did something to that Jigglypuff, man, because I think
Dude, she was broken.
I think I remember the Jigglypuff being like the hardest CPU to fight at that time, for whatever reason. I remember like the Jigglypuff specifically giving us hard time. I don't, or maybe I remember.
Yeah, I was like fighting a fucking amiibo.
I know, except amiibos are worse because I think once they hit like level 50, I think they get a power increase, right? They get like
Yeah, they get that stupid damage boost. which I thought was like so stupid and unfair.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't.
Like everything else is fine, but like that factor alone is like that's stupid. Like I remember I was playing against your amiibo, right?
Mhm.
And like he hit me with like one down smash, and I took like 40%. I was like, what the?
Yeah, it's like
fuck?
It's like what's happening? Yeah, exactly. I think maybe if we.
Oh, don't even get me started on the fucking Bowser one.
Oh my god, dude, you still. That's so funny because like I remember like when I bought you Smash and like you didn't know like just what Bowser could do. You're just so like I'm like, dude, watch this. Took you a while. It took you a while to learn how to play against it, but you eventually caught on to Bowser.
That was so stupid.
You're like, what the fuck, man? This is stupid. Bowser's dumb. Oh man.
Like the stupid side me, we just suicide bomb. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's like what once you're like at 90, it's like, oh, you're at kill percent. Let's go. You're at kill percent. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm at 0 kill percent.
Kill percent. Well, that Smash 4 was really bad about that. Cuz like Smash 4 like in Ultimate where now it's like you can break out of it early or even if you don't break out of it, Bowser will still die before you
You know what my
do.
counter pick was to that? And this is something I don't think you guys, anyone from that fucking school, even noticed. You know how we would always play on Omega stages, right? Or Final Destination?
Right.
My smartass would always go to the Mega Man stage because of the fucking walls.
Yeah, I'm glad
Like,
that,
walls literally went all the way down to the
yeah,
bottom.
I'm
of
glad
the pit, right?
I'm glad they changed.
So if I were to ever like get grabbed by a Bowser like that, I could just wall hop and jump out of there with the second jump.
I
and then
realize that.
zombie. I would
Yeah.
always recover. It wasn't even for that matchup too. It literally like increased my matchup for all the characters
Yeah, oh yeah.
so well. Nobody like ever caught on. It's like, holy shit, why is he always like winning?
I-
I never realized like I picked a stage that literally gives me more recovery.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, at the time, I wasn't. Too. I was just playing Smash. I wasn't trying to make Smash Brothers my career. It wasn't until like after high school that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this game seriously.
Yeah, no. The best part was it benefited all the characters I played because they all had wall jumps.
Right.
Separated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Well, the thing is that what was I gonna say? And they changed that in Ultimate. I'm really glad that they did because for that reason exactly. It's like unfair advantage or like maybe you like a stage because that's the thing is like
Yeah, they changed it, and I was like hella sad about it.
well, because like here's the thing, it's like that this way if you wanted to play Final Destination but you didn't want to play Final Destination, you could just change it to whatever stage you wanted to play on, and it would be fair. So all the properties are exactly the same.
Yeah, I was like hella sad because I picked the Mega Man stage and it wasn't the same anymore. I was like, oh.
Well, because like if you're going into a tournament and like if you were to pick like the Mega Man stage or like any stage that the Final Destination is different,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to play on that stage because it wasn't like tournament viable.
So
Tournament
now
viable.
I would have to pick that Pokemon stage.
Yeah.
The blue one.
Right. I don't remember.
That huge fucking map.
Is
I don't
it
know what the fuck
Kalos? No, not Kalos. Kalos is
Not
I think
the
I think
stadium,
it's
like
I think it's
the
just,
other one. The
yeah.
one with the big ass ceiling. Because that one has like walls on the side, but I mean.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I think
The
that
characters
one's
that play now don't have wall jumps.
I think that
That's
one's
one.
straight up just called Pokemon Stadium. I think that's another Pokemon Stadium. I don't remember, but I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, well, no, I like it now because now, like, I remember when I would go to tournaments, like, be like, oh, like they'd be like, oh, I banned this, I banned this, I banned this, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. So is FD good? And they're like, yeah, FD's good. And then I'd go to FD. I'm having an aneurysm. What's the other one? There's Final Destination and there's
Battlefield?
Battlefield. There we go. I would go to Battlefield and I'd pick the Final Destination version of that
Yeah.
stage, and people were
And
like,
he was trolling.
yeah, they're like, why? What's wrong with you? And then I'd go to Final Destination
I
and
sucked at.
yeah, I'd pick Final Destination and go to the
But I hate when like people pick those big ass stages like that Town and City one.
yeah, Town and City. Yeah.
Like all they do is run away. It's like just fucking find me, damn it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but it's legal.
Remember when we were playing that one time and that random ass Terry joined?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then he took me to that stage and I was like, bro,
Yeah, bruh.
like if we're gonna do a mirror matchup, like at least let's duke it out, right? Like quit fucking running away.
Yeah, quit being a little bitch. I mean, he caught on though. Like, you beat the
Yeah,
shit.
he was catching on, but
Yeah.
unfortunately for him, it was too late.
Yeah, too late.
Like it was funny because like one of the last games I noticed he was trying to do the combos I was doing. I was like, yo, chill.
Yeah, yo. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, and he almost, I think he got one time.
Yeah, I think he actually got one. I was like, oh damn, he actually got me with
Yeah,
it.
oh shit.
Look at that, it's catching on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, dude, like that's just how it was when you would go to tournaments, man. Like you would just it would just be like, well, that's why you were able to ban certain tournaments. Like I remember there was like I was playing against a Yoshi and I think I picked Town and City. It might have been Town and City, and I didn't realize that was a stage that he was pretty good on. So I counterpicked myself. I was like, fuck. And people would know. People would know which characters which characters did best. Which stages your characters did best in. Yeah.
Ken on Yoshi's Story.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's fucking silly.
Sure, you can kill that 40.
Yeah, I know.
Blast
It's
them.
so silly. Yeah, I mean it was fun though, like, you know, everyone was labbing, everyone was trying different shit. But yeah, I mean we did so much wrong at high school, dude. In the high school there's so much that was so off, you know. And like the weird thing was is that we were never trying, we never intended it to be like that, you know? Like I think somebody just brought their I think somebody just brought their Wii over one day, and we were playing Smash Brothers, and then somebody started talking shit. I don't remember who.
Wasn't that you?
It was not me. I promise you, it wasn't me, because I played Smash very casually too.
I don't know.
Somebody was definitely talking shit. Look, if I was talking shit, I would be the first to admit it. I would be the first to admit it. All right. If I was the first person to start talking shit, I would be proud to be the first person to start talking shit in Smash Bros. In fucking in that club, because that means that I would have been responsible for all of us just playing like fucking insane people for like the next couple years or so. But no, it wasn't me. But somebody started talking shit. Somebody started bragging. I don't know who, but somebody started bragging about how good they were, and then somebody was like, "Oh, well, you only won because we had items on," and then it was like, "Oh, well, you only won because it was a 4v4," or like, "Oh, you only won because Smash Ball was on." "Oh, you only won because the item is stupid because I fell off the Donkey Kong stage and the barrel shot me off the fucking stage." And it's like, "All right." And it's like, "Oh, you only won because the time limit ran out." You know what I mean? Like it was just one thing after another, but we figured this shit out on our own, and we didn't watch any like actual tournaments and stuff, and it just led to a bunch of bullshit. You know, we were kids, you know, we didn't fucking know. We're dumb as shit. So yeah, and then people got good, and then others got salty, and then you know there's like and then we would just talk out in public, like we were actually just gonna go out and fight each other. Like it's just, you know, this shit was funny, dude. It was fun. It was funny. And then I remember when Smash 4 came out and we had that party at that club. I don't know if you were there for that.
Party? We're at.
In the anime club, Smash 4 just came out. Joey picked it up. The day.
Oh yeah.
The day.
No, I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was all that root beer and stuff. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, that was the day I learned to love root beer, because I hated root beer before that, and then but
fuck?
that's all there was to drink at the anime club, and so all I did that's what I drank. I drank root beer. I hated it, but by the end of the day, I fell in love with it. And now root beer is my favorite soda. Well, second to Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper better, but if I'm gonna drink soda, which I don't like drinking soda, it'll be Dr. Pepper and then root beer, and those are the only two sodas I'll drink, because of that. So yeah, I just remember having a lot of fun that day. That day was super fun. I think I still have pictures from that day. Because unfortunately, you assholes, nobody else takes pictures except me.
Well, yeah. I mean, fuck.
Nobody else thinks about it. Nobody else thinks like that. Like, you know, like, oh, what if we want to have pictures in the future? No, just me. Just me. Fuck you guys. Because you know what that means, Alvaro? That means that nobody gets to take pictures of me. You assholes. I always have to
Just get
take
a
pictures.
selfie stick.
I always have to get pictures of everybody. No, you realize how much of an asshole I'll look if I bought a selfie stick?
Wait, what are you talking about? You know I hate taking pictures, so I'd always be like, here, I'll take it for you guys.
Okay, all right. Yeah, well, you know what, Alvaro? When I have kids and my kids are gonna ask me, Dad, you're lying to me because you weren't there because I don't see you in any of these pictures. It's like, yeah, because I was the one taking the pictures. Nobody else wanted to take pictures of me, assholes. Nobody else wanted to take pictures of me, but like just being me, dickheads. But I mean, yeah, it was fun, and I'm glad I definitely took more pictures of the tournaments I went to, and I'm glad I have those. And I only have one picture of me in a tournament, and it's one picture of that somebody else took of me. And it was on an Instagram story, so I had to screenshot it. They didn't even send the picture to me. I had to screenshot that shit because it was the only one I found of anybody else taking pictures of me. And then I pop up in like some Twitch streams sometimes, like when the tournaments were live streaming, I'd pop up on them when I'd have my set or something. But I don't think I'll ever be able to find those again because I don't know where they were, and and it wasn't ever like any big streams like VG Boot Camp or something. But yeah. I don't think I'll ever be able to find those again. But yeah, good stuff. I'm excited for Kazuya. I'm excited to play all that dumb shit, and I'm excited to get all that stuff done. We've been here for like 2 hours and like almost 30 minutes already.
Wow.
And I have my friend is gonna be coming over. I think he literally just messaged me right now. That's so funny. He literally just messaged me right now. He's messaging me right now. So I'm gonna wrap this bitch up right now. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up before we wrap this bitch up?
Now that I think about it, why is it so quiet with Robbie? What is he doing?
I don't know.
Because he's like doing some dumb shit in the back.
I talked about this in my last podcast, but he passed away a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, I didn't know.
That's why no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. That's why it's been quiet.
Damn. Even though I used to give him so much shit, I kind of feel guilty now.
No, that's cool.
I kind of missed a little guy.
No, I miss him a lot too. He's had gastro problems since he was younger.
Wait, what is that? Is that like?
He had like something wrong with his stomach. He had like stomach problems because I remember.
So what do you like? Just be in pain, or we just like vomit?
No. He would just vomit a lot. And I'd take him to the vet, and it was like this thing that was just getting worse. And it just finally got to him. I remember one time I freaked out. There was one time when he was like tweaking and he wasn't responding, and I remember like me and Dara took him to the vet, and we like spent like $500 just getting him fixed up and stuff, and getting him X-rays, and so he's always had these issues. But I just finally caught up to him, and unfortunately I wasn't home to take him to the vet, so that sucked. And yeah, I do miss him sometimes. I do think about him from time to time. I told my roommate that I took him over to a friend's house, but that's not true. I just couldn't get myself to tell him. So yeah, I miss him. It's kind of I'll see like a stupid rat out there, and I'm like, oh, reminds me of Robbie. So I miss him. I hope he's fine. It's everyone, like my coworkers, they're like, maybe it might be best for you to get a dog and help you move on. I'm like, that's not what I need.
I mean,
right
if
now.
it means anything, I'm sure he lived a long, happy life.
Well, I mean, he's like, I think he was like 4 or 5 years old. Not exactly a great run, but
At least he had a happy life.
Yeah,
right?
he was definitely he was definitely a little asshole. He definitely did whatever the fuck he wanted in the house. So
Yeah, a little freeloader.
Yeah, a little freeloader. But yeah, I miss him, and it's whatever. But I feel better about it now. Like there's like a couple weeks you should listen to the last podcast. I explain it all. And I talk about it pretty early in the podcast, but yeah, no, it's just I had a hard time for a little bit, but I mean I'm way better now. I am way better now. I do feel I'm okay. I feel okay to talk about it. But yeah, that's why you haven't been hearing them. I haven't been calling anybody a little shit in a while. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, no, that's that, and yeah, hopefully, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get I'm thinking about maybe getting a husky at some point or a German Shepherd. I want a big dog, you know. But I might wait till I move out into a house. I'll wait till I move out to a house before I get another dog. So yeah, but yeah, that's what happened, and yeah, it's fine. Yep.
Unfortunately, I didn't
All right, man. Well, this has been fun. I'll be sure, and thanks for humoring me for fucking 2 hours and 30 minutes. I did not feel like 2 hours and 30 minutes. That felt like maybe less than that. And yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure what my plans are exactly. My friend wants to hang out, and we're gonna go get a vaccine. We're gonna go get the first COVID shot today, because I
You
guess
haven't gotten it yet?
no, I haven't. Because you don't really need it here. You just kind of walk around without a mask.
I see.
So yeah, I haven't gotten it yet, and my friend was like, "Hey, you want to go do this with me?" I'm like, "Okay, like, sure." Like, I guess that's what friends do. I guess yeah, I'll go. Why not? So yeah, we're gonna head out and go. Not immediately, but we will. We are gonna do that today. So yeah, alrighty, man. Well, it's been fun. I'll talk to you when I can. And yeah, dude. Hopefully tomorrow we'll catch up.
All right.
All right, later, man.
Later.